Hello, Lazy Dog listeners. Today, we are going to get into self-checkout lines. We're going to talk about high-speed chases and if you can navigate your way through one. If all men think that they could land a commercial airliner in an event of emergency. Also, we're going to get into, can you air fry a steak? Top 5 list this week of things that are overrated. All that and more on this week's episode of the Lazy Dog Cast.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 6, if you can believe it, 6 of the Lazy Dog Cast.
Lazy Dog.
We're back in action, and should we say our names more often? Do people know what our names are? I think I said it like the first episode, but I don't think we've ever said it again.
We got to keep them on the hook until like episode 40.
Okay.
Yeah, like that one guy. What are our nicknames?
Do you guys ever, like you just said, like back in action, when someone says something like close to a song lyric from like back in like nostalgic song, that you like instantly and you're like right when you said that,
you don't have to ask Dave that.
500
straight
times
to
a day.
Outcast, dude.
500 times a day.
ADD
Minimum.
hitting quick.
Yeah. Easily.
Yeah.
That you just keep talking. I'm just like, never relax in that gas.
Yeah.
Like in my head, just singing it, dude.
That's funny. Well, boys, we're back again. Episode
We're back.
6. We're getting there. We're cruising right along, and I think we have a good show playing tonight. I think we're gonna have a good show.
We got a top 5 overrated.
Things that are overrated.
Just in
Anything.
general.
Anything.
Yeah.
Overrated. Love that.
Yes.
And then the other guys, movie review.
Yes.
That's on the agenda. Stay tuned for both of those.
Yep. Before we get into that, I have a couple bones to pick.
Let's do
Hit
it.
us.
Self-checkout frustrations. I made a note of this.
Okay.
You scan it once, and if it doesn't go through, it's free, or what?
No.
Okay.
I just
I've never done
the people in like self-awareness at the self-checkout.
Okay.
Ooh. No
Like
pun
if you
intended.
got like I was stuck behind a lady in the self-checkout today or earlier this week that had like all kinds of fruit and like vegetables,
You gotta
stuff
ring
that
it up
doesn't
and
yeah.
weigh it.
Sure.
Well, and they like, dude, I don't care that you buy that stuff, obviously, but just go over there where someone else can help you.
Yeah.
This line's not for you.
Yeah, you're like pushing, like they're trying to
Yeah,
find their
dude.
fruit, and they're clicking there. It's not weighing it correctly.
Yeah. I'm like looking at my kids. I'm like Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, dude, they not like us.
Yeah.
You guys need to go somewhere else.
But like, yeah, I mean, if they have like one banana, that's different. But if they have like the whole produce section,
Or
Yeah.
you're a wizard and you're at the self-checkout all the time and you got hella stuff and you can just hit the button to search and you know it. Like,
Sure.
I'm cool with that too.
yes.
Yep.
But it's when you're just like, excuse me,
Excuse me.
Steve.
Yeah.
Like, Anya, can you? I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, lady.
Sure.
You just gotta
it's all about
keep
time.
it pushing.
Sure. If they're fast, then power to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you guys upset when they introduced self-checkouts? Because I know some of people that I know are like, they're taking their germs.
I was team self-checkout just
Yeah.
because like I feel like I can do your job better than you. Like I just want to take my stuff and go over there and scan it and go.
And you don't have to talk to anybody.
And-
Nobody wants to talk to anybody.
I
For
don't
sure.
mind talking to
And-
people,
and
dude.
For me, like when I go into the store, I know exactly what I want, and it's only stuff pretty much I can carry. Like, you know what I mean? Like I never have a lot, so for me, it's like perfect.
Nah,
it's
dog,
perfect.
I'm
You're
perusing
perusing.
the aisle.
You're a peruser?
Actually, the other day,
I'm saying it's
Teresa,
Dave.
my wife sent me to the store to get like apple juice and eggs and like one other thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, we don't need a car. I had 3 of my kids with me. I'm like, we don't need a car. Let's go. And I get back to the back, the farthest you can get away from the doors. And I'm like, actually, I also want that thing and this thing. So by now I'm like, all right, Murph, go get a cart. Run up there and go
Yeah.
get a cart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not like you guys.
I'm running
I'll sometimes get the mini cart, the small one, not the big huge one, but the small one that has the 2
Yeah,
layers. Sometimes
yeah.
I'll get that. If I need to get like pop,
Yeah.
I don't want to carry pop around.
I'll get the basket if I have to.
The
The
basket.
little basket.
Basket. That's
Yeah.
fair.
I like the basket.
I'm still team 6 in stores, man. I'm going in. I'm
and out.
executing a plan.
Yes.
I like the basket when I'm with like my middle daughter. She's 5 and she wants to hold the basket. And I'm like, hey, if you hold this basket, you're holding it the entire time.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. Because there's like always a fight. And
Sure.
she's like, I never get to hold it. I'm like, you're not strong enough, babe.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can do it. I'm like, okay. And then it always,
Sure
sure
enough.
as shit, she's like, Dad, hold this. I'm like, nope, dude, drag it if you have to. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're gonna learn
You're
today.
gonna learn your lesson.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that was my frustration
Yeah.
with self checkouts.
No, I'm cool. Some people have like moral or like how we're taking our jobs kind of thing. I'm like, that's just progress. There used to be gas station attendants also. Nobody
true.
complains there aren't any of those anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you pump your own gas now.
In New Jersey, actually, I think it's illegal. I've heard that you can't pump your own gas, or there was a state
Really?
or maybe not anymore. Like, there was a long time, like
I think it was. I
They
think it was
had
in
to.
Oregon. Oregon. I believe.
something.
It was
Yeah.
Oregon or Washington. One of those. They were like the last people to do it, and they were all
Really?
complaining. They're like, well, "It's gonna get on my clothes, and it's
Yeah.
gonna." And it's like, you sound like you're
That's
a.
funny.
I will say, like for the self checkout stuff, like Bill Burr had a great bit back when it all first started. He's like,
Mhm.
"Nope, sorry, sweetheart. Like you got a honey glazed ham. It's not ringing up. Roll it out the door. Sorry, sweetheart. I tried. Like we're not stealing it, but I'm not doing your job for
Yeah.
you too."
There are legit people, and I made that joke earlier, that think like, "Hey, if it doesn't scan, if I'm having problems with it, that means it's free."
Yeah.
Right. Or we'll just like straight up steal
They
through
just
that.
take it.
You're
But
just
that
stealing.
that has been an issue with a lot of the major companies where there's a lot of loss because of
Well, yeah.
self checkout.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but what do they make up in salary
True.
expense
Yeah.
for not having as many
yeah,
cashiers? You know
they
what I
for
mean?
sure
Like,
ran those numbers before
Yeah.
they.
Yeah, they're like shrinkage is gonna go up, but salary expense, which is every company's biggest expense,
Yeah.
goes down.
I did
like,
that. I did do.
Worth it.
I did that on a. We had to go buy some hogs for my nephew's 4-H projects or whatever. And I was along for the ride, and we stopped at like a Wendy's out in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, and they had like kiosks to order, but it was off the highway, so there's like 5 people in line, and there's a person at the front just standing there,
Mm-hmm.
and I just walked up to him and just acted like I didn't see the sign, like order at the kiosks. And I was like, all right, we're going to have a number 1,
Yeah.
a number 4. And
Yeah.
the guy just, and then finally like a manager that comes from back, like, how can I help you, sir?
Yeah.
And they're just like, hey, sometimes these people do this.
Yeah. You just gotta
You hit the buttons like we taught you.
Yeah, the picture of the food. Yeah.
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 Yeah. You don't have to read.
Just froze this guy. And all my kids are like, Dad, the sign says. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not doing
Yeah.
The future's here, man.
That's funny.
It's here.
that. Yeah.
So you got in a high speed chase or something, man? What happened?
No, high speed. I was thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be so fun to get in a high speed chase.
Like no consequences. You just like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Like I don't want to go to prison,
For a long time. Yeah.
but I'm just like if you just like, hey, like you had a cop, but he's like, hey, dude, I will give you 1 get out of jail free pass.
Yeah.
Let's see how far you can get.
Yeah. Just don't
Yeah.
kill someone. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like that's
Yeah,
the thing in
no,
high speed
I-
chases.
I think it would be sick. I think I'd be so good.
The
at it.
helicopters.
Dude, I'd be
Calling
so
everybody.
good at
Is
it,
this,
dude.
Is this one of those arenas where it's like if you surveyed male, like where it said like 50% of men think that they could land a commercial aircraft?
Oh,
Yeah,
If-
yeah.
If like need be, like an
Also, dude,
emergency.
sign me up, bro.
Yeah.
Put me in the
Are
cockpit.
you in that? Are you in
Yeah,
that category?
dog. Hell yeah. I'll take the yoke, dude. We're going down, up, hit the flaps.
Something happens and they're just like looking
There you
around,
go.
like we need somebody to
The
land this
roll, the
plane.
pitch,
Yeah,
the
dude.
yaw.
And you just get up.
No,
and you're
I
like,
won't. Not even to say there's someone like,
That's
is there
me.
a pilot on board? Yeah, I'm right here, dog. Sign me up.
That's me.
That's me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, babe, strap the kits up. This is gonna be a rough
It's gonna
one.
be-
Dave, are you in that camp? You think you could land a commercial?
No, but like I
No.
mean, if it's like there's nobody else, you know what I mean? If we're gonna die.
No one else
Yeah.
is
Might
gonna
as well
step
try.
up.
Like I
Everybody's
mean, what
passed
else?
out, you're
Yeah, what
the
else is
only
gonna
one there?
happen? Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
I think I can. I think I could.
I'm not volunteering a tribute right off the bat, but
Yeah.
like if
Oh, I'm
there's-
standing up and like looking back, like no one.
no,
All right, yeah, I'll do it.
That's
That's,
me.
me.
yeah.
That's me. You
Dude.
wouldn't do it?
I'm with Dave if I had to, but I wouldn't volunteer to
No,
do it.
yeah.
If
All right,
there's
you
like
guys sit back
if
and
there's like
buckle up.
70
I'll be
people
safe.
on the plane, I'm gonna be like, there's got to be
there's
somebody
gotta be
who,
somebody who's close,
who
or a
just-
flight attendant, like somebody
who had some formal training
that's
on this.
like been on the plane every day.
What does that matter?
I don't
Their
know.
job is
They're
to
at least-
open Cokes and peanuts, not
But-
fly
but
the
I'm
plane.
sure.
But you don't think there's like they have any training at all?
No.
Like even like the slightest bit of how
No.
it works.
I'm sure you have to have
I-
something.
Maybe.
Not a chance. There's no way.
I
There's
can,
no way. dude.
I can see they take like they take one class about like basic of the controls of this plane.
Bro, Mary Ellen McEntee, my grandma, when she was
Yeah.
like 70 years old, was talking about how Southwest Airlines was having like this hiring for old elderly flight attendants.
Okay.
And like the restrictions to like you have to be able to lift a 50-pound bag over
Sure,
your head.
Yeah.
And they're like, for you guys, we can do like 30. So she had asked me like, Colin, can you help train me so I can lift 30 pounds over my head? And I'm like, Grandma, what are we doing here? Because she's like, I would love to just talk to people.
Yeah, that's
like,
right.
ain't no way they're like, hey, Mary, sit down and watch this clip on how to fly a plane just in case. Because my grandma also would be like, oh, I could land that thing.
But for sure, again, like you don't need like a huge crash course that's for hours, but like, hey, this is like
the basics.
This is the control that like does this and that.
Dude,
I don't know.
I played
Here's
enough
how you call
simulator video games, and I used my grandpa used to have like he like used to love airplanes, so he had like one of those yokes where you could actually like fly the plane on your computer. I would rip on that thing, dude.
Okay. Well,
I could do it.
I'm glad to see that statistic isn't totally off.
There you go. Your dad's an air traffic controller.
Correct.
So
also knows zero about flying. Like that's my point. Is like he's around aviation all the time.
Well, would he know? Maybe he knows about.
I mean,
flight attendants.
He would know more than like the dunces like us.
Yeah.
Like he's been in cockpits and been in more planes and all that stuff, but like he doesn't know how to do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But he would know.
Comment below. Colin's dad, Mike. Comment below if that's the case.
All right, but like, yeah, I don't think I could. I'm less confident on landing a plane than a high speed chase, but a high speed chase, bro. I can like I was watching the OJ docs and I was like, dude, I could let a high speed chase rip. And then there's like I'm sure there's places out there that like you can sign up with some buddies and like you're the cop, you're the bad guy in an empty parking lot with cones. Like let's see. I would love to do that. I would love to.
Here's the thing, high speed chases don't exist that much anymore. Because they're so dangerous.
Yeah,
that police just like no, like let them go.
That's a thing in like it's like in Philly or something like that. It's like a gang of like dudes. They like steal cars and like joyride them and stuff because the cops like you act crazy enough, they just lay back like all right, let them have
like
it.
They'll get information. They'll try to like get the car, get the plates, get all that stuff. But like chasing somebody down through traffic, oncoming traffic is just so dangerous.
Those used to be so lit on cops, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's an exciting thing, but it's in the real world, it's very dangerous.
Dude, my dad played rugby with a guy that had a kill switch on his brakes because he would run from the cops. So when he would like just like whenever like he'd be like doing whatever, I don't know what this guy did, but my dad would told me like he was in his car one time, he had a kill switch. He's like, what is that? He's like, oh, it's for my brakes. So
like his brake lights?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you kill your brake lights. So the cop doesn't know when you're about to make a turn or whatever. Like at night, like your brakes don't light up.
That's next level.
That is.
I thought like a radar jammer and all that stuff was like you're on another level.
I do remember having those. Like those were the thing back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, everyone had like the things. And you have to like you get pulled over somewhere illegal, they pull them off. Like the Cobra, I know it was like a big one.
Oh yeah. So speaking of high speed chases and things like that, this week on did we name this segment yet? Is it called movies that everybody else has seen except for Dave?
We're workshopping the title.
That's a great title though.
Is that too wordy?
No, that's great. I think we should keep it.
Things everybody's seen.
Sometimes titles like that are kind of funny though. They're like exaggerated, like they're bad titles, but like it's they're so bad that like they end up being kind of funny and good.
Yeah. So this week was my pick, and I went. We had gone a couple before where they're serious thrillers, twists, crazy stuff going on there. Fight Club.
Yeah.
Then we did. Oh my god, how did I just forget the name of it? What did we do last week? The Departed.
Duh. Yes.
The Departed.
I didn't know where you were going.
Yes. And then now we're on to, I chose The Other Guys.
The Other Guys.
Yes. It came out in 2010.
Nice. That's when I graduated high school.
Yeah, there you go. Congratulations, man. You did it. It was a Will Ferrell movie. Same director and a lot of the same people from Step Brothers and a lot of his other big movies and everything.
Okay.
And I would start off with, I know me and Colin both love this movie, so it was one of my picks and why I went there. But I also think it's a underrated Will Ferrell movie. Or do you think it's properly rated?
I think it's everyone I talk to thinks like The Other Guys is pretty hilarious.
They do? Okay. Yeah. It's just like when you hear about his catalog, which I guess maybe that's just a testament to everything that he's done and how successful he's been. But yeah, this one, man, it's right up there for me.
There's so many one-liners that I like.
Yes.
There's so many I forget.
Yeah. For me, that's the only metric of a comedy is to have good one-liners. Like that's it.
That's a terrible.
Like
way to-
I just don't like the plot is I don't like care. I will forgive plot holes. I'm not like analyzing the plot. Like you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Don't care about any of that. Like all the comedies I like
Yeah.
are one-liners. Like you know, we talked about The Mask a few weeks ago. Like where we like, oh, that's an interesting plot where he becomes and there's a gangster. Like no, we just talk about the one-liners. Like that's comedy.
You know, I was about to tell you that's a terrible take, but yeah, like I want to repeat movies.
Yeah. When you talk about
Funny
the plot
movies.
of the comedy, like.
Yeah.
Like never. Like it's just a vehicle to get the jokes to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, and putting
I'll allow
putting
it.
funny
I'll
people
I'll allow that take.
I
putting
that.
funny people in funny scenarios.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to have
exactly.
them spit
Or
some stuff out.
unfunny people in a funny movie is hilarious.
Yes.
Like you're like whoa.
What?
Yeah.
Some
and-
guy's dropping some heat, and
Yeah.
you're like, I
And
didn't
specifically in this movie, it was like Mark Wahlberg's like first like comedy, and he was like, you know, like any other of these guys that are serious in action movies and all this stuff. Like, dude, I can't do it. Like, same as Channing Tatum in 21 Jump Street.
Oh,
Where, like
sure.
Jonah Hill convinced
My name's Jeff.
my name is Jeff. But yeah, Jonah Hill convinced him to do it, and he's just like, dude, I'm not funny. And he's like, no, dude, I'll just put you in the situations, you deliver the lines, and
Yeah.
you know, we'll handle the rest. Same.
Sure.
So that was Mark Wahlberg in this, and I gotta say, like, dude was hilarious in the movie, man. He's so serious or whatever. You shot Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter. Yeah, that's funny.
The
He's a
Yankee catcher.
biracial angel.
Yeah.
I'm a peacock, guys. You gotta let me fly.
Yeah.
It's a flightless bird.
The silent fight is funny.
The silent fight's probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
Dirty Mike and the Boys was probably like the longest running like one liner that my boys and I used from that movie.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he's like, we will make love in your car, or whatever he says, like yeah, something like that.
Yeah, if you watch the outtakes of that, they go on for like 5 minutes. Like, just
Who
back and
wants
forth.
Arnie Palmies?
Yeah.
Dude, that scene is great too.
Christina?
We had
Yeah,
a girl
you
on
idiot.
Yes,
That's right.
dude. Yes.
Do they also? He's like the goofiest dude, like Will Ferrell, like the
Mhm.
goofy accounting finance guy.
Yeah.
But like he's like the biggest ladies man.
Uh-huh.
Wherever he goes,
He's
like
irresistible.
all of the like the supermodel women are like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like all over him.
They're supermodel. I'm happily married, so I just women in general. I just
Yeah, I didn't know there was any in there either.
Yeah,
today.
okay, sure.
No,
yeah,
that-
but-
that
yeah,
is-
okay.
dude. All right, what else? Well, how did you like it?
It's good. Yeah, it was good. It was a good comedy movie. Like it was up there with like Anchorman and Step Brothers and other Will Ferrell movies. It was funny. Yeah, it was great. It was a good movie. Like I don't know why, but like when he said like I audited my parents once, and let me tell you, there were some discrepancies. I don't know why. I don't know why that line
Hey, man.
stuck out to me. but-
Everybody gets hit with the one-liners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they killed it. They jump off the building, right?
Yeah.
And it lasts like 20, 30 seconds, like
Yeah.
super duper long, and you can't quite see. So maybe like, oh, maybe they're gonna land on something, and
Yeah.
they just don't and die.
I like
Yeah.
when they're at the
Aim for the
funeral.
bushes, bro.
I'm like
yeah,
20-foot building,
yeah.
and like
20 stories,
Wahlberg's like there wasn't even like an awning around or any like what was their plan?
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
the scene where he's talking about how he's a lion and he would go out of his
Yes, that's right.
food chain to go eat him if he was a tuna.
Tuna,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Fire back.
Yes,
They
that's
would
a
get
good one.
breathing apparatuses.
What are you gonna do now? 800-pound tuna?
Yeah,
We would go
20-foot
on land.
waves?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we go on land.
Make a breeding apparatus out of kelp.
Yeah, yeah.
It wouldn't last for days, but hours, enough for us to formulate a plan.
Yeah.
hour 45 tops.
How'd that work out? You didn't see that coming, did you?
Yeah. Or where they have like his wife's mom like
Come out.
go back and forth like communicating their very like inappropriate like talk like words back to each
Yeah.
other. She's like, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say what she said.
Yeah, she said it involved like a tennis racket taped to a mannequin hand.
yes. Yes.
I like when they're driving and Will Ferrell's sick of Mark's bullshit and he like pulls out his wooden gun.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that? That's a fake gun. He just
Hits him
slaps
with
him
it.
in the nose
Yeah.
with it.
Every time it
that
gets
would hurt.
every time it gets taken and they bring it back, it comes back and he's like, yeah, it's got a nice cedar oil on it.
That's
And-
right. That's right. Because he left it in his Prius
yeah,
with the boy,
Yeah.
with the dirty bike and the boys.
yeah. Oh man. So
That's a good one. That's
so
a good
Dave,
movie.
what rating are we going with?
It's a good movie. I mean, I for a comedy, I don't think it's ever gonna get like a super high rating from me because like it doesn't make me think or like anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's a good movie. It was a solid 7.
Okay.
Yeah, it was solid. It's a good movie. Like,
out of 100.
You're entertained.
2 out of 10. Yeah, it was for sure entertained. 7 or 8. It was a good comedy movie.
Did you get on your phone and start looking at other things during the movie?
That's always a good.
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
But I do that in a lot of movies.
I have heard that's like a good rating system. Is like how many times did you look at your phone during the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, it was a good movie. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 7. Good movie. Like it was a very good comedy movie. So
Yeah.
like that's gonna be the top of comedy movies. It's like a top tier one for sure.
Okay.
For sure. It was good.
So calling your picks next week. So
you
we'll be
gotta-
looking forward.
All right.
Seeing
You
what
don't
got from
pick
the
it
list.
now,
I'll
but
pick one.
Yeah.
going there. Okay. I think we have a banger of a top 5 this week. So I say we jump right in. What do you
I'm
say?
excited. Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
So
let's
we're
do it.
in.
All right, we're back. Colin, it's sun's out, guns out.
It's too
Getting a little
hot.
toasty
This
in here.
house is unbearable.
It's hot. Sorry.
Dude, lifting up this podcast.
Trying to. That's right, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. She
Just
swole up.
just
She
sit here
swole
like
up.
this the rest of the
Yes,
podcast.
please.
Is that baby oil or is that
We
just
were-
sweat?
I oiled up before I got
We
here.
were talking before we started about we have no female viewers, like none. It's 100% male viewers.
Hello,
Dude.
ladies.
So,
Yeah.
so now we're gonna
Short
pump
drink
those
of-
numbers.
I'm a short drink of water.
We're going to tap into that 65 to 85 demographic.
There we go.
All women love me.
All right. So, like as we said before, the top 5 this week is our top 5 overrated things. So
Yep.
there's no category other than that. It could be anything that we
Just
think
overrated.
is overrated. So I do want to clarify this: overrated does not necessarily mean bad,
100%.
right? So like, if it's just that you think it's not as good as most people do. Like most people think it's a 10 out of 10. You're like, it's a 7. But it could mean bad, obviously. It could mean like people love it and you hate it. That's possible. But just because it's on this list doesn't mean it's necessarily bad.
Or that you
Right.
hate it or dislike
Exactly. You just think it's
I
overrated.
will still do or partake in all the things on my list. I just
it. Yeah,
You think they're
same,
overrated?
correct.
Same.
Yeah.
I won't steer away from any. Well,
Nah, there's a couple on here.
No,
I got
yeah,
one.
I have a
Yeah,
couple on here.
I will steer
Yeah.
away from these.
Do you guys want to do honorable? You have any honorable mentions? Maybe one.
I got.
do. I have honorable mentions.
Just a quick one.
What I don't want to cover. We should probably wait because
Okay, let's do it at the end so we don't like scoop somebody else's. pick.
Yeah. Okay, Colin, I'll let you
Wait,
go.
do what? Do honorable mentions at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go 5 to 1 and then honorable mention. That's a wild way to do it.
Just because.
But what if I hit something that's on your list?
Yeah, I don't want to like say my honorable mention and be like on your list and like then steal your thunder.
It's life, dude. Then I don't get to say it as honorable mention if you say it as a number 2.
All right.
No, I don't care.
Okay.
I just think it's wild that we're putting honorable mentions after the number 1.
Okay. Well.
I think it's a wild way to put this.
Okay,
But
well,
hey,
that-
this is your
That's
podcast,
what we're
guys.
doing. Okay.
I'm just here. I'm just here. But I do think you should go first
Okay.
You haven't gone
because
first
we
yet.
normally go. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you should go.
I'll go first. My number 5 overrated things is combat sports.
Ooh.
All of
Okay.
them.
Okay.
Okay.
Every single one.
Okay.
I
I
knew
do-
this
And
about
this,
you.
I said, I
I've
said
forgotten.
that there's things that just because it's overrated doesn't mean it's bad. This is not one of those things. I do not like this at all, and I include wrestling in that. I don't like wrestling. That is the best one. That is the best combat sport is wrestling. But really, when I guess I don't know if I even call it combat. I'm talking MMA, UFC, boxing, those 3 really. Like
Okay.
I don't really consider like judo or like taekwondo or like those those kind of sports. I don't really consider those. I'm saying like
Mainstream.
yes, mainstream
Yeah.
UFC, MMA, boxing, where the goal of the game you win the game by rendering your opponent unable to continue.
I feel like that's the purest form of sport.
You
Yeah.
turn their brain off for long enough, you win the game. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that.
That's
Never.
okay.
And
That's
then,
okay.
And
It's
there's
not
also
for
there's
everyone.
also judges in those games. I also don't like sports with judges.
I do
So-
agree
That's a
with
great
that.
take.
So like
I hate judges.
So
Yeah.
in those games, you can win by knockout, you can win by submission, and like MMA, UFC,
Technical knockout.
yeah, and then you can win by decision. And the decision is like who punched the other person in the face better. And I just don't like it. You know what? People like it, and I don't like seeing people get physically injured and like beat each other the crap out of each other. And by the end of it, they're bleeding down they're bleeding out of their nose and their eyes and all this stuff.
So you never got into like watching World Star videos of people like fight each other in like Walmart parking center or anything?
No.
Bro,
those are my favorite, man.
Yeah.
I was watching these two dudes from like Ireland fight in their backyard, two neighbors, because
and before,
like, do his dog poop in the next yard. Yeah, they were going at it. Did you see
it.
that video?
No, but
okay.
before World Star was E-Bomb's World,
Yeah.
they would throw some wild clips on there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
I'm a fan. I mean, I understand your take. I disagree with your take. I like combat sports. I feel like it's other than the judges. You're right about the judges. I don't like the judges, but like finishing someone to like where they cannot compete anymore is like the epitome of like me versus you. Who's gonna be like? I don't know.
Yeah,
it was probably like
it's
probably like the world's oldest.
It is
sport.
They used to like actually finish each other off, like murder them, like in the gladiator arena.
Yeah, we've
progressed a little bit before that.
Yeah,
and like the common argument is like, well, you like football. That's violent. Yes, true, I agree. But the object of the game is not violence.
That's true.
That is the difference.
Violence
you don't win. I do not win by hurting you.
But the more violent team wins often.
But you don't win. But you don't get any points. There's no points
for violence.
You don't. If I hurt you, I get no points. I don't get any points if I hurt you. Like there's nothing. There's no. So it's only. And the other obviously combat sports. That is the goal is to hurt the other person, and there's no other way around it. You are trying to injure them so they cannot continue. Either hurt them so bad that they have to tap out, or again turn off parts of their brain for a momentary time, and then you win also that way.
Man, our boy who gave us the L take earlier, he's not gonna like this one.
That's fine. Hey, shout out to that guy. Shout out to that guy.
At least he's watching.
Yeah. So and again, like wrestling, I don't like wrestling, like actual wrestling, not WWE.
Like NCAA.
That could be
wrestling.
another take. WWE, I don't like that either. But that's not. But like wrestling is better because again, like you're not trying. It's not about causing pain to the other person. Like you know what I mean. Like so that's why it's not as bad.
Yeah.
That's
There's actually like
me.
points and stuff like that to it.
Yes.
Versus
Exactly.
being
Yes.
judged.
Exactly. Yes. Well, for sure.
There's elements.
Yeah, there's no judges in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a referee who has kind of, but that's like every game has a referee. Has to decide, does that count as a pin? Does that count as an escape?
Right, but there's clear defined rules.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's every game. Does that count as a hold? Does that count as a travel? Like every game. So, okay, that's my number 5.
All right.
Combat sports.
All right, I'll go next. We'll snake it this way, then go back, huh? Does that sound good?
Let's just go around instead of snaking.
Just in
so we don't do
circles.
2 in a row.
Okay. You guys just don't like anything I'm doing.
No, all your ideas are bad. No.
Okay. All right, my number 5, crab legs.
Okay.
Eating crab legs.
Crab legs.
Love crab meat.
Okay.
Love seafood.
Yeah.
Crab legs, like at a nice restaurant, like the Alaskan king crab legs you order, overrated. Because it's so difficult. It takes so much time to get all this meat out, and it's like a little like stick of like meat.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
I love them.
Really?
They're overrated.
And you gotta have tools.
Interesting.
Yes.
And they're expensive too, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like they're around the same price like a steak or something. Like a good
or
steak.
more. Yeah, I'm sure. But I mean, yeah. Even taking all that out, if it didn't matter, if none of that matters, just like working for my food at like that hard, I'm like, I'm done.
I'm with you, dude. Anything that takes like a lot of like ribs. I feel like something about ribs is similar.
Whoa, dude. What?
It's similar. It's a similar thing.
There's no way. The's not similar at all.
I guess I never had crab legs.
You've had the wrong ribs.
But I'm saying like you still have to like work or to eat it, and like buffalo
pick
wings.
it off the
buffalo wings also like traditional wings.
Okay, yeah, we are, dude. We couldn't be farther apart.
I like both of those things.
So do I.
Okay, I like them a lot.
Those are not overrated. Those are not difficult to eat. Crab legs are like, bro, what?
Maybe crab
You're like
legs.
upset if you have to have a fork in your hand and a knife. Like, I want my steak pre-cut.
No,
That's kind of what you're saying.
Like I mean, I don't like to eat around a bone. That's me. I don't like eating around a bone.
Okay, that's different.
Which is ribs.
Yeah, but that's not because it's
in wings
hard to eat.
and like.
But I think
I mean, it's not as easy to eat as like boneless wings, aka saucy nugs.
So, yes,
I know
yes,
you're gonna get on me about that.
Yeah. But we are on different levels.
Maybe crab legs
Eat a crab
is so
leg.
hard.
Bro,
maybe
eat a crab leg.
Maybe it's different.
I've
level.
never eaten a crab.
You have
leg.
to.
Me either.
You haven't eaten a crab leg?
No.
No, I haven't.
No.
Okay.
So maybe it is really difficult.
I'm from Kansas, man.
Yeah, dude.
So
Why would I have
what,
eaten those?
bro?
Yeah.
We have. Okay, I hate that. I hate that too.
Hey,
We're from like, dude.
What-
I have
those-
a built-in
I
excuse.
like my seafood on the coast. Like, yeah, they'll next day ship it to somewhere, dude.
That's fine. But if I talk to somebody on the East Coast, let's say they're in Maine, right? Like
Mhm.
I'm talking to a guy who catches lobsters for a living,
Mhm.
and he's like, "You've never eaten a lobster before?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm from Kansas." I guarantee you, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
He would.
That's
I know
fine because he
would.
Yeah,
lives
he
in
would.
Maine,
He would
dude.
say that.
But like, just be like,
Yeah.
I'm in Kansas. I don't eat seafood. It's just like,
Yeah. Well, the best seafood is not in Kansas.
that's
Without a
fine.
doubt.
There's still really good seafood in Kansas.
I'm just saying,
I
I
don't- I
have
don't
an
like
excuse
seafood
to not
either.
like seafood because I'm from Kansas.
I'm just telling you, I don't like that taste.
We have better. We have better barbecue. We have better
Yeah.
that stuff. Way better than we have
Yes,
seafood.
I don't disagree.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
But the take of like, I'm in Kansas, so I don't like to eat seafood is a bad take.
I don't know, man. Where's the closest ocean? They're swimming to Kansas.
Dude, just don't start.
Yes. Hey,
Because refrigerators and airplanes don't exist.
They don't.
before
They don't have for
calling
seafood.
before calling Pops' tank off, that's a natural segue into my number
All right,
5.
hold on, real quick. That was what again? Number 5.
Crab legs.
Crab legs. All right.
Yeah.
I hate both of you.
I just like starting your number. Like say what it is at the beginning and then say it again at the end.
Okay.
Just in case you like zone out, you come back at the end.
Just in case someone says that crab legs are the same as eating ribs and chicken wings. Just in case.
As far as you know what, I'll claim ignorance. I've never eaten that, so
I haven't either.
I'm
I'm
trying.
gonna buy some. I'm gonna
trying
buy
to connect
some.
with you. And the only way.
Here's what
Dude.
we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I'll buy some crab legs. I'll
Okay.
cook them. I'll bring them over.
Okay.
You guys can shell them, and then I'll eat them since they're in Kansas. I'll eat them.
Okay.
But you guys can see how difficult it is to eat a crab.
What if we
leg.
watched you do all that stuff?
No, you have to, because there's pokies. You gotta hold it right, or else it'll like kind of
Oh.
poke you and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
dude.
you know what? That does sound harder than what I
Significantly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. I'm with
All
you.
right, thank
I'm
you.
with you.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I knew
That's a
this
good one.
was gonna get
You
people
guys-
fired up.
Okay.
I love it.
I'm fired up,
I love
dude.
it. All right.
Okay,
here we
so my number 5, it's a natural good segue into what you were just talking about a little bit,
Okay.
is ocean beaches.
Dude.
Ocean beaches are overrated.
Okay, I got this on my list too.
Okay.
Really?
I got it at number 1.
Yeah.
No.
I got the beach at number 1.
Yes.
dude.
Okay. Can we pause and come back then and talk about it at number 1?
Together?
Sure, I don't care.
Okay. We can
Okay.
do
Whatever, we'll do it. You guys are changing the list up, the order, everything. So let's just do it all.
that.
Let's just do it all, dude.
Yes.
Really?
All right,
okay.
yeah, we'll talk
I
about
love
it.
that
We'll talk
take.
about it at
That's
your
a
number
great
1.
take. Okay.
I love
All
that
right.
take.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. All right. On to number 4. My number 4, maybe get the internet a little crazy.
Uh
Beyonce.
oh.
Beyonce is number 4. Do you
This
have
guy made a
Beyonce?
PowerPoint.
It's your number 4.
It's my number 4.
Hayner made a
we are-
PowerPoint presentation.
We are
top 5.
dude.
we are
We have
on
12
the
subscribers
same
now, man.
page. On the same page. So
Yes.
Matt's number 4 is
I have
also
a lot
Beyonce.
to talk about with this subject.
Beyonce is overrated. We're never gonna win a Grammy now, though. We're never gonna win a Grammy, right? Because you have to thank
Yeah, you
Beyonce.
have to thank her.
Yeah, so we're not gonna
Yeah.
win. The
Yeah.
Beehive might take us, flood the channel, negative dislikes.
What's your
Which
address
is
again?
great. Yeah.
So
Again, I don't have any suicidal thoughts. Just throwing that out there.
yeah.
No intention.
Don't suicide yourself.
So here's my take with Beyonce is, again, don't dislike her. We're back to like, don't dislike her. I'll listen to some of her music when it
She's
comes on.
talented.
But the whole fact of like, there's this following and this cult like deal, and it's
Mhm.
she's the queen
Yes.
and the best ever and all this
Yes.
stuff. What's her top song? Like, can you name a song?
Single
like,
Ladies?
when I say what's a Beyonce song, you say
I say single ladies. Let's put
Say
first
my
one.
name. Say my name.
that's Destiny's Child.
That's Destiny's Child.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not.
I also don't listen to Beyonce, or I don't care about
Yes.
Beyonce.
Sure.
I
yeah,
see
agree.
her and Jay-Z are in some crazy shit going
So-
on right
That's
now.
true.
But other than I don't care.
So I will. So with her, and I would say like people would argue, well, Matt, you're not in her target demographic, probably. That's not true. I like all kinds of female artists and vocalists, dude. I would be very embarrassed if you ever heard like my playlist like at the gym and stuff like that. And I got some stuff loaded on there, man.
Subscribe to
sure.
the Patreon to see his.
So,
no,
I'm
But-
sure, dude.
A fan,
We're gonna put that one behind the
it
paywall.
doesn't exist, but it will maybe.
somebody I'm a very big fan
But it
of.
will maybe.
Somebody I'm a very big fan of, and we talk about we're doing overrated. I think underrated, especially if we're comparing this artist to Beyonce.
Okay.
Rihanna.
Yes, I agree. I like Rihanna
So if
better
you
than
look up-
Beyonce. Yes.
So the whole argument, Beyonce is the queen. She's this and that. If you look up, Rihanna is in the top 10, male and female, in followers, downloads for songs.
What's your favorite Rihanna song?
Umbrella.
Yeah, I like.
And the sunshine will shine together.
Yeah,
The Whips and Jane's excitement. Isn't that
mine's-
her?
Yeah,
I think it
yeah.
is. I think
Yep.
I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not a fan
Mine's-
of that one. Not a fan of
Mine's
that one.
probably We Found Love.
In a Hopeless Place. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
sure.
Because that one, dude, that one's a banger. But she has so many bangers out there.
Mhm.
Great music. You could just name all this stuff. Colin, our friend Colin here, just rattled off lyrics from her song. So that just tells
That's
you
true.
it's deep in there. So
True.
I know music. I just don't care about Rihanna that much.
Well, no,
you don't have to care.
you
I'm
don't
just
have to
saying, when it comes to like popularity and
Yeah.
the king and
Oh,
queen
yeah.
of all this
They
stuff.
are like in this. They're hitting the same demos. Rihanna and Beyonce are like the same
Yeah.
type of like they're hitting the same niche, the same type of followers. Like they're hitting
Yeah.
the same type of people. And Beyonce is like, oh, she's the best. And it's
The same categories I'm looking up, like downloads, streams, all that stuff.
Yeah.
She's in like the 20s to 30s.
yeah,
And so just like by comparison to all these other people, and we could bring up Taylor Swift or whatever if we
Mm.
wanted to, but
Mm.
Well, her husband Jay-Z's the same way.
yeah,
Like all these other rappers have
He's
like
not good at all.
they've like sold way more
I don't
albums
like
than
Jay-Z
him
at
and all
all.
this other stuff.
yeah,
And like they did like a tour with like Eminem and Jay-Z.
Mm.
And it's
Yeah.
like one dude has sold like 60 million
Yes.
records and one
Mhm.
dude sold like 2 million. Like why?
Yeah, they're not.
It's
in the
because
same
he's married to
stratosphere.
Beyonce. Yeah.
I just I'm same with Dave. I don't get the hype. Like the catalog does not fit
Mm.
the hype of her
For sure.
platform and
And
upper echelon
she
where
is.
she's at.
This is a pick that is the epitome of overrated.
Yeah,
Like she is so highly regarded by pretty much everyone, right? And is she talented? Yes, but I think she's not as talented as people who have come after her.
yeah,
Like people have been better. She just came in at a good time where she was like the only one.
Well, she built a great brand.
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, again, she's a good singer, but like also none of her songs speak to me. Again, obviously, like I'm not demographic, but like none of them.
yeah.
They're just like almost like none of them like oh interesting, to me. And
Yes.
again, that's fine, but it's just like I don't know. She's a good singer, but I'm not.
But
I'm not all about this.
But I
She's
think
this,
for you to be labeled like the queen or whatever,
Yes,
Mhm.
queen.
you got to have like all-time bangers that
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
mention that are played at weddings, that are played at parties, a party, anywhere you're at. Those songs got to be on.
Single ladies. is
Single
played, like,
Ladies
every
comes
wedding
I was
on.
gonna say.
at weddings.
Yeah.
But there's so many other artists like, but you could slap 5 of those. That's why I bring up Rihanna because
But also Cha-Cha Slide's played at weddings. He's not that great. Also,
trash.
the Cupid Shuffle.
the
played
Mambo
at,
slide.
Yeah, all that stuff. That's not a good.
But I'm just saying,
Line
for you to
dancing
be
in
labeled
general,
as that
overrated.
high,
For
you
sure.
have to be able to name more than just single ladies.
yeah.
I just
And that
added
can't
something to
be-
my list.
Yeah. So sorry,
On the
sorry,
fly switch.
Beehive. Hopefully, we're definitely you talk our demographic.
I don't think. I think our demographics gonna agree with us.
We're
on
gonna be
this one.
safe.
Yeah, I
We're gonna
think
be safe
be
with this
okay.
one.
But if the Beehive want to come to our shorts and watch them, like all millions of you want to come watch the shorts and the video, please.
And we'll have discussions.
I don't know
We'll
if I
debate.
want that smoke.
Comment-
I don't think I
comment.
want that smoke.
All of that. That's great.
We'll debate. If we're wrong,
There's no.
we'll tell you.
There's
I'm
no
moving.
publicity.
I'm
But we're
moving.
not. We're
I'm
not
moving
wrong.
my house.
Okay, so that was my number 4 and Matt's number 4 matched up, same location.
Did we just become best friends?
Beyonce. Beyonce.
Dude,
Knowles.
let's go get some boneless chicken wings after this.
Yes, exactly.
All right, dude.
All right. You're up, Colin.
I'm sick of you two. My number 4 is large backyards.
Wow.
Oh,
They're overrated.
okay.
I moved in my house.
Yeah.
I have a very large backyard.
Whoa.
Not to brag.
How many
works-
cars do you
works
have?
going pretty
what
well.
Else, what else is going on?
But out of the 3 of our yards,
I only have one car.
out of the 3 of our yards, yours is the smallest.
Dave,
Okay.
Just
Dave,
saying.
So let's talk. Let's
I
talk
told
about
you.
it.
Josh Tate. No, I'm kidding.
I told
Large.
you we didn't have to go there, dude. I told you before.
So
Colin
then
got here.
then this is going to be a healthy debate.
Yeah.
Large backyards are overrated. Now your backyard, you have like a basketball, a full size half court,
Yes.
and so like you use it
Which
more.
wouldn't be able to happen in a smaller
Right.
backyard. Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
But like my back, like I have a huge backyard
Mhm.
and it's just grass.
Mhm.
And like I moved in, I was like, oh, I can't wait. Got a huge backyard.
Mhm.
Kids, I'm gonna love it. Da 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 da.
Mhm.
Dude, all
No.
it does is I water it and I mow it. My kids play out front. Like all their homies are out in the front in the cul-de-sac.
That's true.
We're never back there. It's like a west facing backyard, and the neighborhood ripped out all the trees for so just sun just beats down.
Yeah.
It's just, dude, it's just not as I thought it was gonna be great. It's not great.
So is it large backyards in general, or just specifically your backyard?
I think maybe large empty backyards. Because like if I had like endless amounts of money and I was like, because I'm like, I'd put a pool there, I'd put this here, we'd have over here, then it'd be a dope backyard.
Sure.
But it'd be like way less maintenance, all this other stuff. Just a large backyard of
Nothing.
land
Yeah.
is
But
overrated.
it's the perception of, because you watch any of the shows on TV where they're selling houses and stuff, right? And they open the back door, they're like, "Look at this large backyard.
That's what
You
happened
have
to
a
me.
dog and you have a kid."
I was looking
Yeah.
at the lot and I was like, dude, our backyard's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
I think this is a failure of imagination, my guy. You got to use it. If
Or
it's
money. I don't. It could also be money. Like if I had money to put a half court thing in a pool,
Yeah.
like my backyard would be way cooler. But
Speaking of money, like, subscribe.
Speaking of money.
Yeah.
sponsors could be you.
Could be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, dude, maybe like some Home Depot or Scott's Lawn and
Yeah.
Turf.
Yeah.
You guys
Colin
come
needs
back.
some
I'm gonna have a
things.
sick.
Yeah,
backyard.
pool and patio.
Colin
yeah.
needs some things in his backyard to
Yeah.
fill it with.
Hey, we need HGTV. Those guys that come in and like,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
He's out there doing brickstone pizzas.
Yeah, there
and
you go.
I need like a Pimp My Ride show,
Yeah.
but for backyards.
That would be cool.
I can see that. Just having land in general that is just sitting there doing nothing. I can see that being annoying.
That you have to maintain.
Yeah, of course.
I keep adding caveats.
Yeah.
Because like I want land. I
Yeah.
would like to, but like out in the country.
Yeah.
But it's like
But then what do you
way
do with
less
it, though?
stuff. I mean, you could do a lot of stuff with it, but if you don't do anything with it, it's just still there.
It's just there. But then you
You don't have to mow it. Like you
That's
don't have to
true.
do anything. Like you just
gotcha.
you're on the
Yeah.
land.
You couldn't get away with just like letting it go in the backyard.
Right. Like I have to mow my
You have to
backyard.
mow it.
Right.
see.
I have to. Yeah.
I see. Yeah. I get that.
So maybe
I
not
get
the
that.
best take. I mean, there's
That's
a lot
not-
of
that's not
caveats in
terrible.
there,
That's not
but
terrible.
that was mine. I just like today I was sitting on my mower mowing the grass. I'm like,
That's
I hate
funny.
this.
Yeah. And yeah, we like the concrete when they're building our house, we had to pour the concrete. So we just rolled it into the house.
Yeah.
You know, so that was the timing of it was just made it.
Don't
made
be
that
humble
easier.
now. Don't be humble now, Dave.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Be humble.
All right. So my number 4,
copyright
large
strike.
backyards with several caveats.
With several
Nice.
caveats.
Nice.
Okay, so you already did your number 4.
I did.
So it's back to me
Okay.
for number 3.
Yeah.
We did the 4 together. So number 3, this is another one that has a big fan base. This one is Star Wars is overrated.
Oh my dude.
Overrated.
What are we doing? Now you're really coming after our demographic.
Overrated. Yes,
And I'm
it's
offended.
overrated.
You love Star Wars?
I know he's a big Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Here's the thing. I like Star Wars. That's
I
the
don't
thing.
like Star Wars.
I do like it. I think there's some cool things. There's some cool movies, interesting, but it is not as good as people think it is. And that's what the list is, right? It is the list specifically.
Yeah, I agree with
it
this
is
take.
too popular.
I agree
It's
with this
too
take.
popular. It's not good enough to be as popular as it is, in my opinion.
What?
Yeah, I think even the originals that people always say the originals are so good, the acting was terrible.
What?
Terrible. Yes, not good.
Chewbacca
acting.
was on point.
Not good
bro.
acting. Not good acting. The story is
Yoda?
fine. It's fine.
He should have won an Academy Award.
Yeah.
Yoda should have.
I mean, it was like a generational movie that like changed. Like special effects were amazing. People love that. Cool.
This is wrong.
Again, it's a good movie.
So defend it.
It's a good movie. I just don't think it's as good as it was. And if it wasn't for like I had to play this game called Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the Xbox, one of my favorite games. If it wasn't for that game and the board game or miniature game called X-Wing Miniatures, those two things are both based in Star Wars universe,
Mhm.
and those elevate Star Wars as high as it is now for me. Like
I
those
feel
two
like-
things
Is
took the Star Wars property and made it like some of my favorite games.
but is
you
your take on this tainted because of the Disney era, or did you already feel like this before Disney?
know? No, I mean I'm across the board of Star Wars. I don't think it's good enough to warrant all of these like Mandalorian and Obi-Wan Kenobi and all this other stuff and the space switches or whatever that was, the Acolyte. And then there's I don't know. Again, I like it. I think it's good. I think there's cool stuff in Star Wars.
I think I've
But
only
it's
seen
not-
one Star Wars movie.
Really?
One or probably
Yeah.
one or two.
Whoa,
So-
I've seen everything. they
And I
made.
don't care.
Yeah.
About, yeah.
I
Because I
watched
think
everything.
I think Star Wars is trash.
Trash.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far to say it's trash, but it's not as popular. It's not as good. It doesn't warrant the amount of fanfare that it has.
It's not scratching me where I itch. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think what it did do was it came out. It was the first of its kind, right? Like it was like a sci-fi movie.
Well, they also put out like the fourth one first, right, or something like that.
Well, they didn't plan that from the beginning.
Oh.
They didn't plan that from the beginning. They planned that this was the first one, and they went back and make prequels after the fact.
Oh.
But like what I'm saying is, it came out in like the 70s, right? And the special effects were cool, and like it made a space movie that wasn't, it kind of broke the glass of like, oh, this is a cool space movie that can be really popular. So people have a lot of nostalgia for it, which I understand. But I think this is a list of things that are overrated, and I think it belongs on the list. Star Wars.
Wow, man. So are you more of what's something that's comparable to Star Wars that I feel like there's something in your back pocket you're not telling us?
I think Dune is better than Star Wars, for example.
Isn't Dune like basically Star Wars?
They're both sci-fi movies. They're both
Yeah.
sci-fi movies, but there's not. I mean, actually, Frank Herbert, who wrote Dune, claimed that George Lucas stole a lot of his ideas from
Yeah.
Dune.
Yeah.
And there's some things I don't know if I buy that, but I think Dune is more interesting. I think the world's more interesting. I think the story's better.
But I think like the greatest weapon of all time in any like movies is like the lightsaber.
The lightsaber.
Like I mean,
The
there's
light what?
The lightsaber.
I thought you said savor.
No, I didn't say that.
I'm pretty
I did
sure.
not say
Run
that.
it back,
It
dude.
was my list.
You said lightsaber.
Dude, I'm from Kansas, okay? So
That's the excuse for
Sorry.
everything.
I do have a good, but yeah, if I mispronounce something, I'm like, that's my Midwestern accent.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
And they're like, sir, it's quesadilla, not quesadilla.
Lightsaber is very cool.
It's
but
awesome,
it
dude.
is-
Lightsaber would be a dope weapon. to
It would be
have.
cool, but it's super dangerous.
Yeah.
You touch yourself with it, and your arm falls off.
I know,
is
dude.
why
I think
it's
that
so
every time
cool.
when I
Yeah,
watch it.
which is very cool.
Yeah. And they're like sparring and stuff with
But
them.
like,
Did they ever have one where like I'd turn it on and just pierce you and
Oh, yeah,
was
all
there
the
a
time.
I
death?
feel like I've seen that. I feel like
Yeah.
I've seen that in a movie.
I can't name it off the top of my head, but for sure.
'Cause
they're
that's
just
the
like,
move.
Sounds right.
That's
It
like the
sounds
drive-by like shank. You just drive-
I think in your Witches movie that happens.
But there's also like
Your Witches series.
there's also
the one
somebody
that you
talking
left.
about how you could like when you swipe right and they go to block it, you turn it off, so they miss and you turn it back on and you kill them.
Wow.
And they said that was actually talked about. They had like put it in the canon somewhere in like the books that like that was like basically it was just a gentleman's agreement, like within Jedi and Sith that you wouldn't do that. Because like because the Jedi have like insane crazy reflexes. They can deflect lasers, so they could easily turn it off, turn it back on, and not let them block it. Right. So like that, but also guns are just better than swords. Like
Yeah.
they're just better. They're more.
Not if you can hit the bullets, dude.
But what I'm saying is, from far away, you can blow them up. Also, like get a big laser or something. Like I don't know.
I mean,
So,
it's still
like-
a tight weapon.
It is a cool weapon. No,
So
it is
have
for
you
sure.
seen any of the recent Star Wars movies?
I've seen all of them. All the major motion pictures I've seen.
Okay.
Rogue One, whatever the one was
With Kylo Ren.
with. I think, yeah, but what was the one they only made one of?
I
I can't remember what that one was called. With
I
like
thought that was Rogue One.
no, it was the one where like Emil Clark from Game of Thrones is in it, and it's like, is it Han Solo? It's called Solo. Yeah,
Solo. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
called Solo. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
That
That
one
one
was
was
okay.
that one was fine,
Yeah, it was okay.
but it wasn't good. It didn't do well. They didn't make another one.
Yeah.
They stopped that storyline.
There's but dude, all the TV series they made are awesome, with the exception of a couple. But there's in the Acolyte series, there's a Jedi Wookiee. How sick is that? And he's black. He's got black fur.
Mm-hmm.
He's badass, dude.
Is he?
A Jedi Wookiee, man. Come on. You know how that doesn't get you
No,
going?
it doesn't.
Get the juices pumping? Nothing?
No.
Wow. Okay.
So I mean,
Can't impress
again,
this guy.
again,
I'm with you,
I like
Colin.
Star Wars.
We're together now.
What?
We're teamed up
What
to
he
be upset with Dave.
he doesn't like Star Wars.
I know.
At all. He
I
thinks
was
it's
gonna
trash.
say, dude.
But him
I'm
being
about,
upset
I'm about
with-
to start
with the lobster legs.
Yeah, he's out. He's
Okay.
already out. All right, that's number 3. Star
Your
Wars.
number 3. All right,
Okay.
my number 3.
Wait, is it my turn?
No, dude, we
you're
skipped
last.
you because you had
You're
to
last.
double up on 4.
It goes 1.
Come on, lock in, bro.
Yeah.
I want to talk.
Number 3, Buying your own fireworks.
I got fireworks on my list.
Do you?
Yeah.
Where at?
Let's go. I'll make it number 3.
Okay.
I'll make it number 3 when we talk
All
about
right.
it.
Let's just discuss.
I am
I knew
100%
you
on
would be.
board.
I knew you
I
would be.
hate fireworks.
Now, don't get me wrong.
I hate them. So
Every year,
I'm in.
I'm going to buy a bag. I'm going to spend,
For the
40,
kids.
50 bucks. Let the kids rip. But I'm
Yep.
just
Yeah.
like,
Agreed.
this is an absolute waste of money. You got to be on it. Because I feel like whenever we set off fireworks, there's 10 families around and 50 kids. And like someone's trying
Punks
to
are
put,
flying,
right,
getting
dude.
burnt.
And it's just like, this isn't as cool. Like you go to like a baseball game or anywhere else where they have like a show and you're like, this is dope.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My show sucks. And like you try,
Mhm.
I used to even like try to like, all right, we got a little finale going, try to
Mhm.
line
Yeah.
things up. It all is, it's not.
I even
worth it.
think-
Not worth
Absolutely.
it.
I think
right.
mine it wasn't buying your own. It was just like fireworks in general.
Yep.
Because I think it's one of those
Oh, yeah.
that's like even the big time shows, right? At the baseball games or fairs or whatever festivals.
So you won't stick around after a baseball game?
I'll
on
watch
fireworks?
them. I'll watch them. Like, the whole premise of this list, but it's like, all right, I'll watch it. Like 2 minutes go by and I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like, yeah, awesome. There they are. And it's like, they're still exploding and, making
Yeah.
cool lights. Like, it's
If
just, I
you've
don't-
seen
I-
one, you've seen them all.
Yes. It's like seeing a tree. I've seen all trees.
Like-
Seen all fireworks there is to have.
Yeah, dude. Oh.
There's a reason why. Hey, fireworks they may be on the way out, dude. Drone shows are coming in.
No.
Mm.
Give
Yeah.
me fireworks over a drone show.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't seen a good drone show. I've never seen one, so I
Yeah.
can't really comment. But
I haven't in person,
I hate.
but they're coming for fireworks.
I hate loud. I hate
Mark
loud.
my
I hate how
words.
loud they are. If you could somehow make them just the lights
Yeah.
and no sound, that would elevate fireworks. It'd give it a huge.
I think
bump.
you have to have the
I was
explosion
gonna
with
say
them.
the explosions don't bother me
Yeah.
at all.
I hate it.
I think fireworks are cool. I just like buying your own and doing your own show
Yeah.
isn't cool.
Yeah.
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 I
Having your own at
definitely
home.
And
I
you got to
agree.
clean up all the stuff.
Yes. Oh my
You got the chance at always setting your own house or your neighbor's house on fire.
blowing your hand off, blowing off
Now,
digits.
firework mistake videos around the 4th of July are not overrated.
Back
Those
up,
are
Terry.
sick. Yeah.
Back it up.
Yeah, back up, Terry.
Oh Lord, what is you doing?
That's
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
an
Terry.
that's an all-time video right there.
Oh, it's one of the greatest on the
but
internet.
also people are always inevitably idiots with fireworks.
Mhm.
And they just like start fires in places and they like shoot your house and
Yeah.
it's like our neighborhood is freaking a war zone. Like you better be in your house by a certain time because you're not driving through the streets. 'Cause
Yeah.
it is a absolute war zone in this neighborhood when on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Just
Exactly.
fireworks going
I
off.
mean, I do love the
like
patriotism.
crazy.
And if
I-
any of those land
yes,
in Colin's
I agree.
massive backyard,
yeah,
like they could set a fire.
a massive
That's-
fire.
Yeah. they could
Mostly,
set-
I'm just gonna be pissed when I have to mow it and be like, "Look at all this bullshit."
Ash,
you
yeah.
did."
Maybe we'll burn it all. I didn't want to mow anymore.
Yeah.
I could.
I feel older every year, dude. Because I like high school and stuff, man. We were all about it.
Mm.
Even
Dude, in high
college
school, we
days
used
and
to
stuff.
have Roman candle wars.
Oh yeah, yeah. We did
chase
some
each
wild
other around
stuff.
a field in the dark and just try to shoot each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, dude, it's like 7 days before the 4th of July, and somebody's at midnight just
Yes.
blowing stuff up on a Tuesday. And
See,
you're
I
like, bro.
again, I don't like fireworks, but the 4th of July, I'll put up with it. 4th of July, go
Mhm.
nuts. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. Any other day, like I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed you're doing fireworks every
Dave,
other day of the
Can
week
I throw a conundrum at you?
of the year.
Can I
yeah.
throw a conundrum at you? We'll see
Uh-huh.
where you stand on this.
Okay.
What about the people on 4th of July who tell you to please remember about their pets that have anxiety during the fireworks? I'm putting you in a box, Dave. What are we doing
See,
here?
that's you are for me in a box.
What are we doing
because, Because I'm usually not on the side of the pets.
They're fur babies, dude.
but I'm on the pets. I don't like fireworks.
Yeah.
So you know what?
You're with the
I
pets.
empathize with the pets on this one.
You're
I
with
empathize
the-
with the pets.
I don't.
Yeah.
Those
But-
people can
but
shove
no,
it.
no, I empathize with the pets.
The
I would
pet
I would
moms?
never be like,
You're with the pet moms
what?
on this
We're
one.
setting fireworks off 4th of July. Like your
Now, I
pets are
will
fine.
say,
your pets are fine.
bro,
Let's
you
mark
think
the
it's
tape.
bad here? When my sister lived in Nashville and we went out and visited them,
hmm
dude, those rednecks in the South, fireworks. We had what, 4 kids at the time.
Yeah.
It's like midnight, 1 a.m. And these people, it's still going off like it's Baghdad. I'm like,
Oh.
all right, guys, let's, at some point, we got to go to bed.
And people spend thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like,
Homeboy up our block that used to
Yeah.
live here. that tattoo artist used to spend like
Thousands.
several thousands of dollars a year.
Yeah, there'd be like normal people that live around our neighborhoods and stuff that spend like $5,000 on fireworks.
You're
and they're
lighting
just
your money
like,
on fire.
It's
what
like that's a vacation.
Almost
are we
literally.
doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
We're in
I
full
am-
agreements, man.
I'm
I don't know. Are we
full
old?
agreement.
Are we old men now, or are we?
No,
just,
I've always had this take.
I've always hated
Mhm.
them.
I will say
So
one
that's not different.
one thing
for
I'm
me.
upset about. I saw a video of that. I wish we were like Roman candle. We used to have those Roman candle wars. Those were fun. I
Mhm.
love those.
Yeah.
I saw people playing baseball with Roman candle,
What?
like pitcher, batter, hitting the Roman candle. That was dope. I think I'm gonna try that next year.
Interesting.
Okay.
I actually have some Roman candles in my garage. I've been holding them just because I know if I rip them like now,
Yeah.
Dave's gonna judge me. So I gotta wait till next 4th of July, and then we can try to hit them.
You know what? Roman candles
Yeah.
are quiet. They're very quiet. So
Mhm.
those are some of my favorites.
This is a great topic. I never thought we'd be able to bring up something that Dave sided with the pet
Nice.
moms about.
Dude killed himself, blowing himself up down
Yeah,
the
but
street.
he was making his own.
He was
That's a little
making his-
He
different.
made his own.
Dude, so what was it 2 years ago now? Down the street,
Mhm.
like with a stone's throw from here,
Yeah,
very close.
Yep.
Dude's making his own fireworks. He had like a whole vat of what gunpowder,
yeah. They said it was like in his
Essentially?
garage.
Yeah.
yeah,
It was.
and he accidentally lit it, and boom,
it was
a bomb, like a bomb went off.
Yeah.
Like we could hear
Yeah.
it.
It's
Shook us, everything.
static electricity lit a fuse, so you have to have like special
Ah.
tables that have like non-static and stuff like that when you're dealing with
see.
things that are
see.
flammable or they could catch fire
Yeah,
or any type of electrical work and stuff.
I remember when that
He did
happened.
not have that.
And we found out like everyone's Ring cameras were like, yo, there's like 3 dogs running around, these pit bulls, and like someone's like, oh, that's that guy's dog. That these people are like freaking out, like, how do we get these dogs back? It's like just people in the comments like, dude, he doesn't care. He's dead.
yeah. I mean, he's literally.
You can keep his dog if you want.
It's pink mist, bro. It's pink
Yeah.
mist. He's freaking.
I drove
evaporated.
by the crime scene.
It's
The fridge, his refrigerator
Yeah,
was on the front
Yeah.
lawn, and I was like talking to the neighbor,
Yeah.
like one of the neighbors, and he was like, dude, like that was in the other neighbor's yard.
yeah.
We had to go grab it and bring it back to his yard, and like the police, they had to like special tag it because the police, like contaminated the crime scene. They're like, yeah, but I'm not just gonna let this fridge sit in my backyard.
Like I'm not gonna be the guy to tell you what to do, but if you're making explosives in your garage,
I'm gonna tell
like,
you, do not do that.
Go.
That's
Nah.
really dumb.
No, it's America. Do what
Come
you want,
on.
but hey, win
That's-
stupid prizes, dude.
No, well, yeah.
But you could have killed like a
You-
little kid riding his bike across the
Yeah,
street
he
or
could have.
something.
That could have
right?
hit somebody. That could have like blow somebody else's house up.
That's true.
I'm with you
Yeah.
with America, but as soon as you start like putting other people, not just yourself, at danger,
Yeah.
that's where the line's got to
For
be
your own
drawn.
personal gain, because he was selling them. To
He was
people.
selling it,
He wasn't
yeah.
making like he wasn't like
wasn't
making them for
altruistic.
himself
Yeah.
as like a hobbyist.
Was he registered, or do you have to have like a license for that?
There's no way.
No
he was registered.
way,
He had a
no.
vat of gunpowder in his garage.
I don't
No,
I don't know.
he was not registered.
He's got an Etsy shop, dude. Who knows?
Yeah. So that was wild. That's an interesting fireworks story.
that was crazy.
from local down the. That's probably you can probably find a news story somewhere.
That house
About
stood like a. How about being
It's-
in that neighborhood? I'd be pissed. Like I was one of his neighbors.
Mhm.
It just sat there.
Still
like,
has. Still
damn near
does.
condemned. Well, they finally like repoed
sure.
it down to the basement. Yeah. They
Yeah,
have.
yeah. They
But no, for
Yeah.
a while it was like a
Yeah.
charred house.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
you see, it's like
For,
literally
like,
blown. The front of it's
7,
blown
8
off.
months.
dude, there's all these
dude,
like
yeah.
random cars that are like parked there too from like one of the neighbors.
I might as
Oh,
well
yeah,
use
'cause
it.
they're
Like,
like, yeah, why not,
like
dude?
you guys,
Yeah,
use
why
your,
not?
your neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's a great. That was number 3.
I like that.
Yeah,
Buying
so we
your own
shared number
fireworks.
3.
Number
Yeah,
3.
that was a fantastic number
We're
3.
sharing stuff, man. Look at us.
So, but now you don't get to go again.
I know.
Well, you work
I
together.
swear to God,
love
if you
this.
guys,
I love
yeah.
this.
All right. My number 2. This is the one that you're not gonna be surprised about. My number 2 is outside. Outside is overrated. The outdoors.
Oh, my
Overrated.
God. This is the most Dave take of all time, dude.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
Extreme heat sucks.
I can't be with
Extreme
you on this.
Winter, coldness sucks. Wind is terrible. Why are we trying to reduce the homeless if the outdoors is so great? Checkmate. Exactly. You had nothing to say. No, I'm kidding. But
I
like,
was okay. I was like, whoa, dude, we are gonna get some views on this.
Dave's
one.
like, I don't get sunburned, so that doesn't matter.
yeah.
well, no, that's the sun.
Yeah.
So like,
Also,
again,
they're unhoused, so there's
the
just
unhoused,
that.
the
So
unhoused.
Unhoused people.
Keep going.
No, but yeah, I mean, especially when people take indoor activities and move them outside, and it makes it worse in almost every way.
Like a
for
picnic?
example,
Like what?
Like a
eating.
picnic?
Eating is worse outside always.
You never had a romantic
It is
picnic
always
with
worse
your
outside.
wife?
I don't like eating outside really.
You never had like grapes and
Because there's bugs, there's wind.
Eating outside is overrated.
Yes, even
outside is not overrated.
Yeah, the outside is overrated.
even like slamming.
We all built houses because we didn't want to be outside. We wanted to be inside.
Dude.
Whoa.
Like, yeah, forever.
Whoa.
Like, come on.
Yeah,
Dude, you never
Everyone.
housed a couple glizzies outside?
Like another thing, like
Yeah, of course I
Like
have.
glizzy hits different outside.
like watching
man.
watching
I'll tell you
TV
that.
is better inside. It's just better inside. It's a better environment.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
the-
dude,
the-
there's been
the-
some
That's
game-
one thing I made fun of when I moved to the Midwest. Like all these Midwesterners have TVs in the garages. These guys are morons.
Yeah,
And now I have a garage TV, and I do love it.
dude.
No, I mean
I have a TV on my back deck.
but
I
it's
get to talk
it's
about-
not as good as your TV in your house.
I like how you guys
Yes.
just.
Okay,
I was
sure.
trying to.
And
What
also,
else? What else,
all of
dude?
most of my favorite hobbies, they're inside. So why go outside? I like to play board games inside. Play board game outside, that sucks. Video games inside. Not gonna play a video game outside.
Make fireworks inside.
Oh
no, that was the
I
other
don't
guy.
like. I don't like those.
That was the other
I don't
guy.
like this. Again, is it the worst thing ever? No. If the activity could only be done outside, then great. Like for example, disc golf. I love disc golf. Could only be done outside, no problem.
Okay.
But in general, like, oh, let's go outside. Why? It's nice. It's also nice in here. It's always nice in here because we've invented things to make it nice inside all the time.
It also sucks because I can't be like, what about
I'm
sports?
so
And then
mad,
Dave
but
says,
I
only
can't
like basketball.
formulate-
Yeah, and I'm a basketball player. Why? It's inside.
I do remember you telling me that. You're like, dude, I
Don't
like
worry
my
about the
sports
wind.
inside.
Don't have to worry about the cold. Don't have to worry about that. Playing basketball. That's a great example. I have a court outside, which is great because I can't have it. I don't have the money to build it in an indoor arena. But it's not better. Basketball is better inside. Period. It's not.
Fast
close.
forward, Dave's gonna come to the HOA meeting like in a couple years with a bubble idea to put on his
exactly.
backyard.
To get rid of the wind.
I don't know, dude. The outside is great. Outside's great.
You just, yeah, man. Like
That's a
when,
hot
the,
one.
when
That's
it
a hot
gets
take.
nice.
All your food comes from outside,
Okay.
so you're not eating if you don't. If there's if
Hold
you're
on. I don't have to be outside.
yeah, but if
I don't want to be outside.
Oh, you're saying you personally?
Yeah. Well, being like the outdoors.
Yes.
Yeah. Like being out. Yeah. Being outside.
Like if you gave Dave the option to be outside or be inside, he
But
would
stuff
take it.
comes from outside in your house.
I mean, that's
Then it's not.
no,
Then
that's-
it's less
no, that's-
overrated.
no, yeah. Well, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is like, being my body,
Activities outside.
my body
Yeah.
inside versus my body outside.
Yeah, he can't survive in his
Inside is better.
inside, but he can be inside to do all the activities that he wants to do. and
Oh yeah.
enjoys.
Yeah.
I'm mansplaining Colin right now about your wild take.
Yeah. It is wild.
Your,
It is a wild one.
your kids playing. You'd rather them inside than outside,
That's fine if they want to go outside.
but you got to go out and watch them.
Yeah. Sure.
Now you're pissed.
No, again, this list is overrated. It's not terrible. It's not awful.
The outdoors for kids outside is
When
not underrated at all.
when the
Underrated.
weather is perfect, outside is great. I agree. Even it could be better than inside. Just like being just being outside. But the weather is never perfect. It's hardly ever perfect. It's raining, or it's windy, or it's hot, or it's cold, or it's something, right? When you're in your house,
I didn't know you were such a prima donna, dude.
I knew this.
Ah.
I mean, I knew you liked the indoors, but I didn't think you were going to put on an overrated list.
Yeah, it's overrated. Overrated.
Dave being outside is overrated.
Yeah,
I
being
could
outside.
ask Dave a slew of questions, but you already know the answers because I would say like, what,
Well, like you're
what
throwing
beats-
caveats on it, like how I was throwing caveats on the other one. Like
No, I think he.
No,
because if it's just outdoors
not.
in general, then I win with the food. Like the food comes from outside. Outside, it can't
No,
be.
I
well,
think you're missing the point.
No, you're missing the point. You're missing
No,
like
he said outdoors.
It's
Yeah.
overrated.
Outdoors in general,
Like
and then he said
being
me outside, and then the stuff I like to do outside. Like, yeah,
No.
okay, but
no. It's me. I would rather be inside than outside. The outdoor going outside
yeah, that's different.
is overrated.
Okay, I can.
I don't know if it's different. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
it's funnier
'Cause
though.
that's-
It's funnier to on
sure,
the list to
for
say
sure.
outside.
But I'm so wrapped around the axle right
Yes.
now that you're just like the outdoors suck.
Yeah.
Just like-
Yeah.
which I don't disagree. Like playing a football game like in shitty weather. Like
Yeah.
when I was a kid, I was like, yo, this would be tight if we could play in a dome. I get that.
Yeah.
And like baseball games being rained out. I get it.
Yeah. Or
Like,
if
I'm
it's,
just not-
or if it's like we are but outside, it's like, man, it's freaking hot out here. We live in Kansas, so it's windy every single day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like these are the only things that you deal with in the outdoors. You don't deal with any of that stuff inside. You don't.
Okay.
Right? And we spend most of our time inside.
Yeah.
And again, my homeless thing is like we shouldn't try to reduce the homeless.
Unhoused.
If outside's so amazing, then they're doing it right. They're just living outside.
Well, what if they love the outside?
Great.
We're
It's
talking
great.
about you, though.
I
I'm
know.
gonna let this dog lie.
No,
we could do this
I'm
for
just
hours.
joking. It's a joke. All this stuff
I
is
know,
jokes.
I know.
But no, like, yeah. So for sure, like, what's your you said you have all this stuff.
No,
What do you
I
got?
was just gonna say like being on the lake, which I know
hate
you
the
hate. Yeah,
I hate to I don't like being on boats.
I know.
I get boats.
Sign me up though, dog.
Yeah.
Ripping a jet ski, man. Like that's some of the best
Smoking
feelings.
cigs,
I
dude.
just
Hey,
don't-
in the
cigs
world.
indoors, way better than cigs outside.
I no comment. No comment. No comment. You know, that's probably better to do outside, probably.
There you go. Cigarette smoking.
Check.
Sure.
Bang.
I don't do that.
Calling one.
Checkmate. He just stomps off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I
so
get
yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
it's overrated. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's just people always want to do they always want to we're doing something like let's move this thing that we're doing outside. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I'm not
So-
a big move outside guy unless I don't know, unless we're outside.
Sure. When you have all the kids,
Yeah.
like in their
Throw them outside.
yeah, we don't want to destroy the house, but we have
Right.
like 20 kids
Yeah.
around. I get it. I get that. Sure.
You know what one shouldn't be outside? Weddings. Let's not have those outside.
Also, that checks out with Dave's take, dude. I've been to an outdoor
Mm-mm.
wedding,
No.
and I was like, dude, we're sweating.
Yeah, you're wearing a suit, and they're like, "We're gonna get married July 20th,"
Yeah.
and it's like, dude,
In
it's
Kansas.
97 degrees.
see-
Or they're like, we're gonna get married in April. You're like, it's gonna be
But-
raining and it's gonna be 47 degrees.
So what goes the opposite way? We list all these things that sucks outside. What activity can be done equally in and out that you would rather do out?
Cooking.
Like grilling and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather cook outside.
Yeah, I see you on the Blackstone all the time.
That's right.
Yeah.
What else?
But if your Blackstone was in your house, it wouldn't be.
Well, checkmate on your side. I don't use the Blackstone very much when it's in the wintertime because
Why?
I'm like, I ain't going outside. Yeah.
We live in the wrong place for you to be on the right side of this argument.
Sure.
Our viewership in
that's true.
Hawaii is just
That's actually a great point. If you live somewhere where it's always 70 degrees, not windy,
Yeah.
all year round, then maybe I would feel
you're
differently.
playing board games outside now.
See that one maybe
Like chess in the
No
park.
the
way.
wind
No way.
specifically
Yeah.
But like the biggest thing for basketball outside is the wind. If it was never windy, then it'd be
It's like
it'd be great.
Wesley Snipes. You know,
Yeah.
well, left to the right. White man can't
So
jump.
that's true. So definitely where I
Hmm.
live, my like specifically the climate here, right? It obviously influences how, my opinion on this. So,
Yeah.
if you live somewhere where it's always nice, you don't have to worry about the cold, you don't have to worry about all this other stuff, and maybe it's different. But yeah, anyway. So I knew that one would be good. I knew that one would get you guys.
Yeah, I'm still upset.
No, you gotta get outside. You gotta get out there.
Why?
See what's going on. Get some sun. Get some rays.
Get the rays.
Yeah.
Get a ray or two.
Put a tank top on.
I threw today was a nice day. I was like, dude, let's let the boys breathe a little
Yeah.
bit.
It was nice today.
Yeah.
Get a
was
little
nice.
sun.
It was nice.
All right.
That's
All right, that's my number 2. The
Okay.
outside.
Number 2. All right.
Is it my turn?
No, you're next. I have kind of my number 2 is air fryers.
Oh, that's hot.
my
That's a
God.
hot one.
Did I take yours?
No, I love air fryers.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
me too, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, let's
they're-
debate.
They're not even properly rated. They should be
You know
higher.
how overrated air fryers are in my house?
How?
Ours was it's just thing like this that my wife had to have that now has to sit on our counter
Yeah.
that we didn't use very often. And even when we did use it, I'm like, I thought it's supposed to make the fried stuff like fried again. It does. I'm like, no, it doesn't. This tastes like it just came out of the microwave. So guess what?
You're not doing
I just
it right.
took it off and I put it in the pantry and we use it. We pull it out of the pantry 3 or 4 times a month, dude.
This is a horrible take.
Mm.
Dude, the air fryer brings everything back to
Yeah.
life.
No,
You're
it
doing it
doesn't.
wrong.
Yeah.
How?
It does. It's so much better. Like, are you saying like from the freezer to like if I had like chicken nuggets or
Yeah.
saucy nugs for day,
Okay.
and I put them in the microwave and I put them in the air fryer, there's no difference. Is that what you're saying?
There is a difference there, but
Okay.
I'll just put them in the oven.
Yeah,
Yeah,
air
but
fryer's
The
faster.
the oven
it's-
is good
Air
enough.
fryer's faster. It gets
Way
up to
faster.
temp quicker.
Yep.
And it makes stuff crispier than the oven.
not-
The oven,
not
you get one
enough.
side crispiness.
It's not enough to make a difference. Is what I'm
No,
saying.
I think you haven't been doing it
Okay,
wrong,
so
dude.
nuggets. What else?
Everything.
I mean,
dude.
like,
I've cooked
any chicken.
I've cooked any meat in there. It's great. I've cooked steaks in there before.
Rewarming pizza.
Okay, well
If you
now I
rewarm-
can't be your friend anymore.
Rewarming pizza.
You've cooked steaks in the air fryer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude.
Yeah,
He
man.
takes-
Yeah, we can't be friends, dude.
He's
I
off
would
the
say, man,
cast.
I'm pushing the air fryer to the limits. I'm like, what can you do here, air fryer, for me?
I don't know.
Let's take you to the peak, and I haven't reached it yet. I haven't reached it, man.
You're gonna have to cook me some air fryer
I'm throwing
food.
it in. I brought food to your house before that was in the air fryer.
What was
I made
it?
my own like homemade mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, those sucked ass.
No, you don't remember that.
No,
You're
I
just
have
saying
not- I
that.
have not.
Hey, you don't say that. You take it back now.
Dude, it's better than microwave for sure. It's better than the microwave and faster than the oven.
Yes,
It's not better enough.
that blows my
It
mind.
doesn't matter enough.
At
I
your
think it's-
house, over all houses, that blows my mind.
But
And
it's not like it's like in the microwave. Like for example, are you gonna cook like chicken patties? You ever eat chicken patties, whatever like that, or chicken nuggets?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have eaten chicken.
But like, do you ever use it? Like, how do you chicken patty, chicken nuggets? How do you cook them?
We'd probably pull the air fryer out for
Okay,
that.
so yeah, it's like chicken patties, chicken nuggets.
Once a month.
Reheating pizza. I
yes,
put that in the oven.
brings it back to life.
But it's
dude.
much better.
You can bring back
much
restaurant French fries in the air fryer. Like, you
I
know how
haven't-
you like take French fries?
Yeah, I haven't tried.
you done it?
I haven't.
Just
had
ask me, dude. I've
success
done
with
it.
that one. I haven't had success with that one.
I've done it. I've made donuts in the air fryer before. What? Yeah, I did. I did that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I think it is a good improvement over the
I
microwave.
made biscuits. I make toast in the air fryer.
like
How do I do it? It's because you're underutilizing how to work with the air fryer.
I have a toaster, dude.
No, the air fryer can do it too.
that's a weird
Hey man,
one.
you got
That's a weird one.
you got yourself a utility player sitting in the pantry right
You
now,
can do it all.
doing it all, dude.
Left
you got a
hand,
5
right
tool.
hand.
You
But
got a
it's
5
on my counter, and I don't use like. Also, we don't eat like a whole lot of
you
like.
got Shohei Ohtani, dude, on the mound, and you're like, nah, we're not gonna put him in the lineup to hit.
All right, dude. Like
That's
chicken
what you're
nuggets,
doing.
French fries, pizza,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
donuts,
Yeah.
toast. I don't eat a
Like
whole lot of
quick
that.
stuff, like stuff you need to do
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Toaster works great. Everything else, my pizza, my leftover pizza, I'm gonna eat it just as good in the microwave as on the air fryer.
Okay,
It's
We
better
might
in the
have to
air
do
fryer,
this
though.
one. Yeah,
It's good. It's
brings
fine.
it back, dude.
Like the
Resurrects it.
The microwave is the fastest, without a doubt. The oven is probably the best. I would say it's the best way to cook stuff.
Yeah. Also, but also they are making convection ovens, like air fryer ovens now. So air fryers are becoming obsolete on the countertop anyway.
No, people are like, hey,
I'm down with that.
this air fryer is legit. Let's put its technology into the
Into a
oven.
bigger space. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, hey,
That's a point for the air fryer, not a point against it.
there we
That's a
go.
point
Thank you,
for it.
Dave. I
No, you
appreciate
don't have to
that.
have it on the counter. Like I don't understand. Like I'm talking about like an air fryer on your counter.
They're talking like Americans adapted to the use of an air fryer so much. They're like, dude, we got to start putting this
In
into
the
oven.
house, in the appliance, big appliance.
Yeah,
Put
Yeah,
it
but
in
that
there.
doesn't mean
big
that it's
appliances
good.
coming in, and they're like, whoa,
Just because all you guys watch enough ads about how awesome
It's
your air
useful.
fryer is,
you're not
It's,
doing
I mean,
it right,
it's,
man.
I mean, it's useful enough that people like it. Yeah.
yeah,
that's okay. It's overrated. I'm saying it's
I-
overrated.
Mm.
You wanted a debate? You got one.
I know, but you still
got yourself a debate,
you guys
buddy.
have listed off like five foods and a steak, which you should be murdered for cooking in an air fryer.
That is wild. That's a wild
Yeah.
one.
I'm just saying, don't knock it
steak-
till
Like
you
what
try
else,
it, guys.
dude? Donuts is one I've never heard
Don't
of.
knock
No,
it till you try
But
it.
if we cook
I've
like
made
lunch
pastries.
every single day, like chicken nuggets, that's in and of itself is good enough right there. If I use it every single day,
That's
to
true.
cook
I
chicken
don't,
nuggets,
but we don't like. I don't do that. I guess
that's fine. But like if we use it like once a day for chicken nuggets for either for lunch or dinner because we're like crazy busy schedule, use it once twice a day. That's useful. Period. And you can't. I wouldn't make chicken nuggets in the microwave. You wouldn't either.
Yes, I would, dude.
You make
Yeah.
it in the
You think
microwave?
my 10 through 1 year old care about the crispiness of the nut? No, bro. Eat these nugs,
That's
or I'll
bad.
throw them on an oven. Who cares?
Bro,
but
you're-
it takes
in the
longer.
oven.
You're
You
robbing
can wait
them,
20,
man.
20 minutes, dude.
You're robbing
Be okay
them.
with being patient.
So like so your all your arguments are like you haven't disputed that it's better in these situations. It's better in the air fryer. So do you agree with that? It's
Yeah,
better.
but
in
it's
the air
not,
fryer.
it's not useful enough for
It's
me
not better
to.
enough.
Correct.
For you. Okay.
It's overrated.
Okay. That's fair.
I don't eat nugs every day. I don't use it every day. I don't cook donuts
That's
ever.
fair.
I don't eat pizza when I eat pizza and I warm it up,
It's fine.
microwave's great. I don't even even when the air fryer was on the counter,
Yeah.
I still would throw it in the microwave.
But you don't like new technology.
It's true.
Like you poo-pooed AI until we had to like beat it into your head that it's amazing.
That's okay. And AI is pretty dope now.
Yeah.
Like ChatGPT is pretty tight.
Exactly. So
You're
like,
all right, but you're not going to convince me on the air fryer.
I don't know.
You
You
still
said
have
the
only
same
listed
thing.
off 5
You
foods.
said the same
Hey,
thing
You've
about
still only listed off 5 foods.
Let me bring you over my air fryer steak, dude. It'll change your mind.
No, dude. Do that and I'll kick you in the nuts. And then I'll say, Murph, come out here and kick Coach in the nuts.
How do you like your air fryer steak cooked?
Like a leather shoe, dude.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying, you can't commit. What else can you cook in there?
If those are the things you believe, then it absolutely belongs on this list.
For sure. It's like your
Absolutely.
outside take.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like it's my take of my lifestyle.
I know.
Doesn't
I appreciate
fair.
that you think that.
I don't appreciate that you cook steak on one side and mozzarella sticks on the other, dude.
You can't do that in anything else. You can't.
Because you shouldn't, dude. You should be put on a firing
I'm doing
squad,
it all,
line,
dude. I'm doing it all.
I can do it all.
Dude,
Yeah.
your wife is probably like, dude.
And that's only using 2 of the tools, bro. I still got
Hey,
3 left.
Now I know whenever Ash is like,
utility
you guys,
player.
Matt's the best cook. You should have had his steak last night. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Hey, I'm over there
That's
putting
so
like
funny.
I'm over there before you come over putting fake grill marks on it.
Yeah.
This also explains though.
It's like heating up a knife. I'm just
This does explain like every time I'm outside on my Blackstone cooking, like Ashley comes over, she's like, "What are you cooking?"
yeah.
Oh, you were using like real grill surface.
And seasonings.
Wow.
And
No,
stuff.
Matt.
Matt is
doesn't
not
put
going to
argue that a grilled steak or air fryer steak is better than a grilled steak. He's not
No,
going to argue
man.
that.
I know.
I'm just telling you, man. You can
But
do
what
it
else?
every day.
What else?
I've made croissants in there. I made little pastries.
How long does a croissant take?
It actually takes quicker than the oven because you don't have to wait for it to heat up.
Hey, for a busy dad with a busy life,
You're making these from scratch?
No, they're like
right?
the ones from the-
Your wife stays at home,
Yeah.
so our wives don't stay at home. We gotta get stuff done quickly.
I think Colin's wife has to she's like, when are you gonna be home, babe? And he's like, I'll be home in 20 minutes. She's like grabbing the air fryer. Oh, I gotta grab it, dude. I gotta put this
She
thing
throws
up.
it back.
Yeah.
She's
Colin,
putting my steak on the grill.
Colin, yeah. Hey, you walk in there and you're like, you see it tilted a different way than when you left it.
What the heck is that?
I'm sorry.
Smells like plastic parts are heating up in your air fryer.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good. Okay, all right. I like it. Number 2, which was what?
Air fryer.
Air fryer. All
I
right,
feel like we're gonna turn this pod off, and I'm still gonna be pissed.
dude, he's getting upset about a lot of these picks.
Yeah.
No, just 2 outdoors. Dude, air. Next day is like, dude, air's
Overrated.
Dude.
I'm holding my breath most of the time. Actually,
Colin still doesn't understand, but you have stuff from the outside in here.
yeah. All right, go.
Now you get to go.
Oh, I get to
Nobody
go, man.
scooped
This is
you.
awesome.
Nobody scooped
This
you.
is awesome. All right. So my number 2 is pie. Pie is overrated.
A pizza pie.
Not
Explain.
pizza pie, like a dessert
Like
pie.
a nice little cobbler pie kind
Yes.
of deal.
I'm with this. I'm with
I
it.
think
I'm with it.
I think all
Yes.
pies besides peanut butter, pecan, and pumpkin.
Peanut butter pie?
Yeah, it's pretty
The
good.
hell is that?
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
I don't know, but I'm.
Anyways, besides
Just
those
peanut
3,
butter in a-
even if I had to toss those, I would say pumpkin pie can stay.
Hold on, time out. What is
Okay.
peanut butter pie?
It's pie with peanut butter.
Just literally peanut butter in a pie crust, and you throw it in the oven for a while.
Probably some chocolate in there.
there's
or
some
something
stuff in there.
other-
You got like
some other
Reese's stuff on the
maybe.
top. There's some good
I've never heard of this.
filling. Oh, it's good, man. I'll bring it over for you.
No, it's not. It's overrated.
Yes. Yes. Well, I'm
Okay,
saying those
keep going,
3
keep
can
going.
stick around. Okay. I'm not going to harm them at all. But the other pies that exist out there, all of them can just go away.
Apple.
Apple, all these things. Because if you think about it, right? Like everybody's, you have a party or something like that. Somebody brings over a pie, and everybody there may be cake or cookies or whatever. Like so, in the world of desserts,
Yeah.
you always see at a party. Think about this: how many times do you see when there's multiple desserts? You got your little table with all of them sitting on there that people
Yes.
brought. Your grandma, your
Yes.
aunts. Like there's some fire stuff out there,
Mhm.
right? When the party's over, You see all these other things cleared out, and you see like 3/4 of a pie left.
Yeah.
And it was probably the person who bought it,
100,
ate it.
100.
Yeah, but
Nobody
also,
else touched it.
Some of that
I'm
could
with
be
you.
like ease of use, like cookies and brownies and stuff. They just grab and go.
It could
No, they're the pop. They're the dude. They're the.
I mean, I'm
front
not
runners.
gonna. If I have my choice, my druthers, I'm maybe not cookies, but for sure brownies. There's several other sweets that I would grab
Desserts.
before a pie. However, I do for like probably 23 years of my life. No, not till I was 0. Several years
Yeah.
of my life, my mother would cook me a apple pie crumble. That was like the dessert I liked on my birthday. So I do.
Yeah, I just think pies in general.
I think
don't.
that's.
I think overall, I agree with you.
I agree.
Overall, agree.
I think it's an old, very old thing.
Uh-huh.
Like before, like.
But
it was-
pies are delicious, though. They really
apple
are.
pies aren't delicious.
A great pie.
I don't really like pumpkin pie, honestly.
Oh yeah, pumpkin pie
Like
can.
what
be-
else?
pie.
Lemon meringue pie, pecan pie.
Pecan pie is good.
Yeah, I don't like. My mom makes
Yeah.
like a chocolate pie, but it stretches. It really stretches the definition of a pie.
Uh-huh.
It's like pudding.
It's got a pie
on a
crust.
crust.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
yes.
like I love cheesecake, and I think that was technically a pie, probably technically,
Yeah.
I love
don't
cheesecake.
know about that.
I love
Cheesecake's
but it's
awesome.
barely a pie. And like
Yeah.
pizza is a pie, but again, that's not.
No,
don't
we're
get
not
it.
gonna do that. Don't do that to pizza.
Yeah.
It's a pie. You want to give it all
Yeah.
pies,
Yeah.
bro.
So yeah, I think it's very
I'm with you.
overrated. Nobody's ever excited.
All
when
the
that's coming
classic,
around.
the classic pies. You
I'm
know what I
okay.
mean? That,
Yes.
that have been made for like 200 years.
I
They're
will s-
making these pies.
I
you know
will
what
say
mean?
though, a pie I think does mean love. Like a pie, a proper pie, like from scratch, is a lot to do. There's a lot that goes into making that thing. So like
Mhm.
someone brings a pie, you're like, yo, you went all out for this, and I appreciate your time.
Mm.
I still gonna eat those brownies first,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think pies mean love.
Okay.
Pie is love.
Pie
Yeah.
is love.
Yeah.
All
Or
right.
or just bland and boring. Also.
Well, that's because your family doesn't season anything.
The
dude.
main flavor
You
is
guys
fruit.
are okay with cooking
I
steaks
feel like you're
and air
attacking
fryers.
my race right now with that comment, and I don't appreciate it.
No, I'm a white guy and I season the shit out of my
But
food.
you're a white guy from New Mexico.
That's true.
That's
different.
I am built
different.
different.
That's
I-
different
I
than
am
a
a
white-
different
That's
white.
different.
That's different
I-
than a white guy from
I've been told
Kansas.
before I'm a different white.
Yes.
So that was a white joke at you. But you also set yourself up when you said you cooked your steak in the air fryer.
That's tough, man.
You deserve that.
That's
one.
tough.
I-
I can't protect you in the comments from that one.
I'm not saying I always do that.
No,
We
no,
have
no,
20
no, no.
we have-
Don't walk it
that's
back
fine.
now.
We have
Don't walk
23 subscribers, and every single one doesn't like that take.
Well,
No.
just wait till all the Beyonce haters get on this, dude.
Mm.
Yeah. Me and Dave are
They're
gonna have to
really
hide
gonna
out.
hate
Me and
your
Dave are
air
gonna have to
fryer.
hide out for a little while.
That's
Wait till all the Star Wars guys come in here.
That's true.
Oh, who
Yeah.
cares about them? I'll punch them all in the head.
Dave's
They're,
gonna-
they're in the
Dave-
mom's basement.
I was gonna say,
I'm there.
Dave's
I was
gonna-
gonna say,
Okay.
come here, nerds.
Dave's gonna have to stay. Dave's gonna have to stay in his
Get over
house,
here,
but that
nerds.
won't worry him. very
Yeah, I was
much.
like, oh no, I gotta stay at home.
Oh no.
yeah, like
Oh, no.
like the coronavirus. Everyone's like, oh my god, man, we can't leave the house for
Dave's
like
like-
weeks. I'm like,
Yes.
I'm ready. I've been training for this.
That's
It's
hilarious.
the happiest Dave's ever been. The global pandemic.
That's funny. Okay, good one. Number
I
two.
mean, I'm okay with that one. I in general, I'm with you.
Number two
Okay.
pies. Okay. My number one. We're here. My number one is it had to be number one. I always put outside as number one, but I had to put this one because again, the disparity between how much it's liked versus how much I like it is the biggest in this one. So it had to be number one. Coffee. Coffee is extremely overrated.
Mm.
It is so bad.
This is a hot take.
It's bad. It's bad. People are addicted to their bean water. They have to have their bean water every day. And if they don't have their bean water, they get upset. And then they make excuses like for their bad behavior. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I haven't had my coffee. It's like, that's not an excuse for you being a jerk right now.
I do.
Okay? Like,
Even if someone just says, like, in general, there's like, I haven't had my coffee yet. I am just like, dude, get out.
you can get out of here.
Yeah.
And like coffee drinkers are the most privileged of any kind of drink in the world. There's no where else you can go. You can't get anything else. Maybe not even water. I guess out of the tap. But like you cannot go anywhere and get your drink of choice for free anywhere you go. And that's the coffee. You can go anywhere and pretty much get a free coffee.
Yeah.
Like I would love to have Sprite in the fridge, like when I show up. But I don't get that. Okay. Only coffee drinkers get that. And like it's just like you have to train your body, right? Nobody drinks their first cup of coffee and is like, that's delicious. No, you have to train your body to like be accustomed to this terrible flavor, this terrible tasting bean water enough that you're like, actually, it's good. No, it's not good.
Dude, there's some good black coffee out there that I'm a coffee guy.
Yeah.
I suck down coffee. Like I would drink 3 pots a day. If I'm around, like I'll drink it. But I'm also a weirdo where I'll just raw dog the day. I don't have time for coffee or whatever, and I'm leaving. I just won't have coffee that day.
How do you feel though?
I feel fine.
Oh,
I
do
feel
you?
great.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's like some like I've like that and like some like different like drugs that like for surgeries and stuff like have affected me different in my life where I've noticed like because be like this and that doesn't really hit me that hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coffee's one of them because like my dad talked about it. I was like, yeah, I haven't had coffee today. He's like, you don't have a headache? Because he air traffic controller, coffee
Early.
all the time, late at night, whatever. Because you got like he's got to be but he's talked about how he's tried to give up coffee a few times, like for Lent or just whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's literally like he's like, I feel like I'm spiraling.
People get
headaches,
You're dependent. It's
shivers,
dependent.
all this.
Yeah.
Like that I don't get hit like that.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I will suck down a 32-ounce can of sludge from Casey's just as quick as I'll go to the local guy who sources his beans from Peru and has a story about them.
Yeah.
I'll drink them both the same.
Yeah.
Whereas like I do know coffee people,
Yeah.
because I bring a lot of coffee to nurses and doctors and stuff for my job.
For sure.
And like they'll be like, most of the time I'm out in rural Kansas, so they're like, dude, just bring me whatever's down the street.
And
there are some that are like, go to this guy because it is this, and I want the mocha frappuccino.
For sure. And it's the
frothed.
perfect one that you can bring pretty much anyone, right? Because it's better than water. Water's like, you just hand it out for free. But like, it's like, okay, I put a little bit of thought into it because it's coffee, right?
Yeah.
I did
Roll with a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper doesn't say the same.
It doesn't.
Right.
I went out of my way, and you're like going to be pretty much like guaranteed to hit. You know
Just
what I mean?
at least you're gonna get like
exactly.
a very nice thank you.
And here's the thing. I've tried to like coffee.
I know.
I have.
I tried to put you on coffee.
I've tried. It's free caffeine, right? There's nothing else. You don't get caffeine for free or that cheaply anywhere else. Like it costs money. So I wish I liked it. I've tried to like it. I just don't.
I disagree with your take, but I understand your take.
I understand it also because it's almost like beer, right? Like nobody ever had a beer for the first time and was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever
That was
drank.
honorable mention. That's not number 6 was alcohol in general.
But
take that
I
out.
think alcohol kind of fits with coffee, right? Where it's like a grown acquired taste once you're an adult. And because I didn't actually start drinking, I'm a big coffee drinker too. I'll have 3 or 4 cups at work or whatever. But I'm the same as you. If like tomorrow hit and I didn't have any at all, I'd be fine. I wouldn't have any effects. It's just one of those like it's just a routine. It's something
I enjoy coffee.
I enjoy. I enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
like relaxing. It's nice and peaceful.
And it's not like
something
bad.
nice to do outside.
It's not bad for you, really, right? Especially black coffee. It's like no calories in it.
Yeah.
Right. Like so, it smells great. That's the thing. Also, another thing, I don't understand how it smells amazing every time.
Yeah.
No matter who's drinking, no matter what kind of
Yeah.
bean is being roasted, it just like smells amazing.
You know what hits different though on a nice day outside? Drinking coffee, dude. Never done it. Maybe that's what you're missing. You're drinking coffee outside.
You know what? That's the thing. It'll bring them both together. If I drink coffee outside, it'll make the outside and better and the coffee.
Yes, while watching fireworks.
Yeah, there you go. It's everything
While
comes
watching
together.
fireworks.
Everything comes together.
And air frying your steaks.
man.
See, I'm not with
And
that.
watching Star Wars.
There you
Yeah.
go. I like Star
You
Wars.
do all those
I
things.
like it. But yeah, it's coffee for me.
Okay.
I'm with Colin. I love
Overrated.
coffee, but I can also I can't be offended by this because I can understand it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. All right.
number 1.
Our number 1, the beach.
That's not my number 1.
Well, I thought you were gonna wait to talk about it.
Well, I still have.
Oh, you skipped
It's
4.
his
or
number
whatever.
5.
Yeah, you skipped
number 5.
So my 1,
So we
you're
can talk
5.
together.
The beach.
Yeah, we're teaming up.
Yeah.
Team Beach.
What do you think I'm going to say? What do you
The
think I'm
outside
gonna
with
say?
sand.
Should we let
Nope.
Should we let Dave? Should we just let Dave rip?
In ice cold water, always.
let
it's
my-
always
let
ice
my
cold.
With
boy-
sharks.
Let my
Yeah.
boy
Yeah,
cook.
and like, I'm going in this water. That's salt water
Dude,
and
I
super
was-
duper cold. And like, there's a jellyfish. Oh, like, it stung me or shoot a freaking barb through my foot.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I stopped by my dad's house for something earlier, and I was telling him like, "Yo, you got any like overrated?" I was like picking his brain, and he's like, "What do you like? That's like a dumb question." I was like, "All right, never mind." And I was talking to him, and I told him I was like, "My number 1's the beach," and he's he used to be a pretty big beach guy. He lived out in Virginia. They'd go to the
Okay.
beach all the time.
Salt life, bro.
His whole like whenever they go
Yeah.
like vacationing, they love to go to the beach. This and that. I'm like, dude, it's just overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The people that you're around,
Yeah.
the beachgoers, that especially like a lot of them are tourists,
Yes.
but they don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the people that are there all the time don't like those people because they're not doing it right.
Yep.
It's crowded.
It's crowd.
It's almost
Well,
always
even if
crowded.
it's not crowded, even if it's not crowded, it's like hot. Like dude, I could go on and on.
Yes.
Like the sand is everywhere.
Yes.
The waves are like put it this way. I'm a lake guy, right? I like to go to the lake.
Uh-huh.
I like the boat
I got to
because in the boat you can cove up and just chill and drink beer. You could drink beer on the boat or in the water. If you get bored, you could do water sports. There's so many different things.
Yep.
At
They're
the
all
beach,
terrible.
you're just like, wait, what?
That are all terrible.
All right,
But go on.
well,
Dave, you just
you get it's not our fault. You get motion sickness.
That's
Yeah.
okay, Dave?
That's true. It's not your
But like the beach is like you're frolicking in the beach, or you're reading a book,
yeah.
you know, or you are like bathing a sand. Like it all sucks. I don't
Yes.
know. It's not that fun. It's all trash.
Yes. There's that, and this is 100% on my things. One, so again, we've established this. We live in Kansas.
It is
You have to
beautiful.
go-
It is beautiful.
You have to go really far.
Sometimes.
You have to go really far. So we'll
That's true,
we'll,
yes.
we'll put all of our Midwesterners in this category together on this.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go really far to get to a beach.
Mm-hmm.
And so that sucks already, right? And then you get there and there's seagulls stealing people's food and it stinks sometimes too.
It does.
Yeah, the seaweed,
Yes.
the kelp.
And like Dave said, there's so many things that could injure you and harm you, even kill you
The shocks
around that area once you get into the ocean. The weather
you
times
can't drink out of glass bottles.
Yes. The
Really?
weather nine times out of
No
10
glass on the beach
I didn't know
sucks.
because everyone's barefoot.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I,
Yeah. But the weather always sucks when you get there.
it's crazy windy,
Yes.
obviously. 'cause
There,
And-
like in San Diego, I've been to San Diego a couple of times, like growing up,
yeah.
and like every morning I remember like you'd wake up and it'd be like overcast and cold. I'm like, this is whack,
Yeah.
and my dad'd be like, oh, it's gonna burn off in an hour. Just hold on. Like
Yeah.
there's like something about this.
So I'm
He would
also
like
going to
give me a weather report about it all.
Yeah.
You brought up the comparison between an ocean beach and a lake. If you think about it, like you're
Wait,
like,
are you said ocean beach? Are you saying like now a lake beach?
no,
Just the
no,
ocean,
no,
the
no,
beach, ocean area.
Yes, I said beach, ocean beach specifically because I am team lake guy.
Your team lake. And
Love
also,
the
I want to
lake.
be clear. Like, I'm not talking like going to the beach to surf. Like these dudes who live out there and like,
No.
like if I was a surfer, I think I might still have to take like the beach is whack.
Yeah.
Like I got to go to the beach to go surf, but like
Yes.
anything about the
beach
beach.
itself.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Continue.
But if you think about it, at a lake, like if you were to argue which one is better, right? A beach or a lake?
Right.
If you look around, how many people are upset at a lake that you've been to? You look around, you're like, is anybody annoyed?
Only at the boat ramp,
Yes.
in and out.
Yes.
That's pretty much the only time.
And Dave. Dave doesn't count.
And Dave. 'cause- yeah.
Dave's like, we ain't gotta be outside.
Dave, just sit back. Just sit back for a
yeah,
second.
yeah. You just take time out, man.
No,
You gotta
I'm
scroll.
with you on the beach. I'm with you on
Yes.
the beach. Tate.
Get your wife out here. She likes the lake. We could talk
She
Yeah.
about
does like.
yeah.
She does like.
So, but there's not an upset person at the lake, right? Everybody's got a smile on their face. Everybody's having a good time. You go to the beach, you just see people like upset. You
pissed
see-
off about
That's
something.
true,
Dude, they gotta
That's
work. You gotta
true.
work your tail off to get there. You gotta
That's
carry
true.
all this stuff, and then
Yes.
once you get there, you're just like, all right, we're here at the beach, and it's 70-mile-an-hour winds, and the water's freezing, but we gotta fake like we're having a good time.
Dude, the last time we were at the beach, I was like looking at my wife. We had all our kids, like a family vacation, our parents,
Yes.
my sister in there. I'm like, this, like we're lake people,
Yeah.
right? Like we decided, and she's like, yeah, this is whack.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
And again,
Oh,
we
by
have
the
to-
way, not to mention, last time we were at the beach, my dad was making fun of us because I made. We only had 4 kids at the time. No, we had 3 kids at the time, and Reese was like a baby. So we brought instead of just like putting in our life jacket on the boat or in the lake water, we had to get my mom got a shower curtain and we dug her like a kiddie pool that I then had to truck 24 little mini buckets
Mhm.
to fill up a pool so she could enjoy
Yeah.
the water. I'm like, this is all, again, shitty.
Yeah.
But like we made my son wear, because I don't know, wait, at the time he was like 5, like not a great swimmer. And the beach, like the rip tides, all that stuff, I made him put his life jacket on. And he was complaining the whole time, and my dad was making fun of me the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
dude, look at you. Like, you
Yeah.
want to. And so we left our kids with our parents for like the trip back because they were going to stay an extra day or two or something like that. They're going to bring our kids back to us. My dad's like, yeah, dude, take your life jacket off. You don't need that. He said the first wave knocked my son down and like started pulling him out. He had to like run in and like grab him, like, and then right then he's like, put the life jacket on. I'm like, yeah, see, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You just go like at the lake. You're forced, like, there's no option of life jackets. At this age and younger, put a life jacket on. There's no, it's against the law not to have it. So there's like no complaints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're not seeing other other 5-year-olds look without life jackets on it, comparing back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you're right, man. But I think you can make the same arguments about the lake. I'm sorry.
What?
No.
Let's do this
No.
then.
Okay, so like when you go to the beach, what did you not like about it? You had to pack all this junk. You had to pack all this stuff. You had to get out there,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
For the lake, you had to pack all this junk. 'Cause
Right.
You go on a boat, you had to pack all this stuff in coolers, and you had to buy life jackets and all this junk, and go to the lake.
Okay.
You have to have, first of all, if you don't have somebody with a boat, lake doesn't even count. You're not gonna go to the lake without a boat. So you have to have a boat, which is definitely a barrier to entry. Which
Or
is-
know someone with a boat.
or know someone with a boat for
Yeah.
sure. With the beach, it's not that way. You can go to the beach without that. And yeah, it sucks because it's hot. Yep, it's windy on the water a lot of times.
No, but you get in the water and it's cold. It cools you off.
Yeah, you have to wear life. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like I agree with you. The beach is not.
Yeah,
great.
but the difference was like what you're talking about. Like you pack all this stuff, all the similarities to get there.
yeah,
But once you get there, it's fun at the lake. Once you get to
Yes.
the beach, it still sucks.
It still sucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what are you going to do? You're going to read a book. You're going to play Frisbee with someone. Or you're going to walk back like, hey, let's go for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
No, dude.
Yep.
Throw me a Coors Yellow Belly while I sit in the water and we
Yeah.
just talk about, we have a podcast in the water with my
Yes.
friends for 10 hours,
Yes.
basically.
And you put on a life jacket
Yeah.
diaper.
Yes.
And like you don't do that. at the
Hey
beach.
guys, are you bored? Yeah, let's go tubing. Let's go surfing. Let's go wake
Yeah.
something. All right. Oh, the girls want to go. Drop them off, guys.
Yeah.
Dude, the lake, it rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I
The lake rocks.
don't agree with that.
Nothing
but
can kill you in the
agree-
I
water.
don't think they
I
could.
agree with the beach is not great. It's not good at all. It's not fun. I agree, 100% on the board with
You
that
just
one.
don't like the lake because it's outside.
Yeah.
That's
If
one of
we
the
put a
reasons.
lake inside,
One
I
of the
think you would
reasons, yeah.
love it.
If I could put a lake inside,
The Truman Show.
would you be okay with it?
Maybe.
Would you be okay with it?
Maybe in that alternate universe, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's
Okay.
that's a good one. That's a good take. I'm
Yeah,
with that.
The beach.
100%.
Whack.
That's great.
100% on
I'm
on that.
really.
I do think your like for lakes and your dislike for beach though. See, I don't like either of them, but you don't like one like the other. That is because you're a product of your environment, right? If you grew up on the coast, I think you would like the beach.
But if I grew up on the coast, I would be like a surfer, or I would have activities that I did at the beach.
For sure.
I wouldn't just go be a beach goer.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the only difference. Is that you like the things that you do at the lake, you've learned to like, and you've like if you were at the beach, you would have learned to like the beach. That's what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is, even if I would go to the lake when I was growing up, or go to the beach when I was growing up, I would still have to find activities to do at the beach to take my mind away from the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the lake, like ever since I was been going to the lake, you just show up to the lake and I was like, this is fun. This isn't the stuff we do at the lake is fun.
Okay.
I remember going to my first beach and being like, I'm bored. Like after like an hour, and my dad's like, I'm gonna read my book.
Because you can't get in the water. You can't chill in the water. The water's like attacking you aggressively the whole time.
yeah, you're just like, dude, you're fighting.
Yeah.
You're like standing like this so you can brace and
Yeah.
And you know what else has made the beach even worse with like modern technology and stuff is like people taking pictures there and doing all their stuff because it's like, oh, I'm gonna stand here and just like, hold on, what does it look like?
I would enjoy being the guy who like ruins the pictures in the back.
At the beach.
Yeah.
Like I see someone posing, I just like go stand and like with my back to her, but
You're
like
just peeing?
I'm in her background. No, just like
okay.
stand like act like I'm observing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like this info
Yeah.
is like, what the heck? Like, get this guy out of here. You know,
You don't
just
own the
be all
beach.
mad.
What
on the
the-
beach.
Wait for her boyfriend like to come up and just be like, hey, bro, can you please? Like, I really want to just
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
I'm ready to leave the
I,
beach.
Yeah.
I have a,
And
I
I
have
need to
a,
get this picture.
I have a steak in the air fryer right now.
Yes.
I can't
Yeah,
wait.
it's
to
calling
go.
my name, man.
Yeah. I just think it's like
5
I think
minutes
you're exactly
aside.
right. Like, what do you if the activities that take place at the beach, you like those activities, then you like the beach. If you don't like those, you know.
But I don't really know of activities that you can do at the beach other than like read a book or walk on it.
Dude,
Sir,
you can beach
yeah,
volleyball
That's a good point.
in
Beach
your jeans, like in
volleyball,
Top Gun. You slap on some
like
jeans, play some
football or
volleyball.
But you can
frisbee
do
or
that.
something.
Get some oil.
You can do that anywhere though.
You can do that anywhere.
That's true. Like only at the beach. That's true.
You can play
That's true.
and then again in Top Gun, they
Yeah.
played offensive football against each
Offensive
other.
ball, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like snorkeling, you can't snorkel at the beach. It's too
Too much
rough,
waves.
and you can't see
Can't see
anything.
Yeah. And I'm always worried like a jellyfish is gonna like
I'm
float up
Dude,
to
I'm
my.
terrified of jellyfish.
It's like
at the
my
beach. There's always
sister-in-law who
pieces
lives-
of them on the shore.
I've been stung by a jellyfish.
Yeah, my sister-in-law who lives in South Carolina has been stung by a jellyfish. She also got like a stingray
I've been
barb
stung by a stingray.
in her foot, and they couldn't get it out. It's like stuck in there forever now.
I've seen a barracuda
Like,
and a shark all while
those
like
things. I don't
within
want
the
anything to do with
vicinity of a beach.
That's the shark's house. You seen
Never-
that video about that
Yeah,
woman? That's
yeah.
that. Don't go to the. That's the shark's house. Don't go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like at the lake, never been nothing happened once.
I mean, people have drowned in the lakes for sure.
I'm talking about like
Oh,
dangerous animals that we.
oh, that's
I was just
true.
kind of staying that topic.
Oh, okay.
True.
Because people have drowned at the beach though too, so that's not really fair.
True. Yeah.
so-
Yeah.
yeah. All right, that's a great one.
All
I think
right.
I'm all on
Good
board
job.
for that.
All right.
You got it.
So
Bring
that
it
was
home,
your 5, and that was my 1.
which
Yeah.
was the beach.
So I got number 1. Probably won't upset anybody with this one.
Okay.
Probably a lot of people feel the same way about this. My number 1 is prime rib.
You know what's wild is I have
Probably 'cause it makes them on the air fryer.
filet. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to you for steak advice.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, all
I
your
was just gonna
steak,
clear out, dude, and see your face turn beat
Your
red.
That's
steak-
not really your number 1, is
your
it?
steak
Yeah.
takes.
Really?
That's my number 1. Prime
Why?
rib. It's overrated, man. It's everywhere you go at like a nice place or something like that. You know, if something's catered in or something like that, and it's over there, it's all red.
I'm ignorant of this. Is that a steak? That's like a type of steak, like a cut.
Yeah.
Certain
Yeah.
type
Right,
of
right,
cut.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's the thing. You've seen it over there. It's the thing that they cut, you know, the piece off or whatever, and it's all red and it's all fatty
Mm.
and chewy.
Is it like different than like a T-bone or like I don't know anything about this.
So a prime rib, you like slow roast. It's like a big roast, and then like you're talking about like at brunches and stuff. There's a
Yeah.
guy that stands with that red light that
Yeah.
sits there and he cuts you off a piece. But
Is it
have
steak?
you ever had? Yeah, it's cow.
Would,
I mean,
would you call
yeah.
it steak though?
No, I think I would classify it as like prime rib.
You
Like
call it
it's-
prime rib.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
But if you had to call it anything, you'd call it a steak. I guess
Not beef.
Yeah,
No, yeah, I'd call it. I mean, well, obviously it's beef, but
But yeah,
I would call it
It's-
steak.
yeah.
If like
It's derived
Like,
from
it's kind of
beef.
its own thing.
like on a menu, like in the steak section,
Prime
it's
rib's
in
gonna
the
be on there.
it's
Okay.
in the steak. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm not like here comes all the butcher people.
Yeah,
but
like it's described.
have you ever like had a like you cook stuff in the air fryer? Dude, I've like smoked prime rib or like prime rib in the oven and stuff. Have you ever had any of that?
No,
All right,
I've
next-
just only ever seen it at the fancy
all right,
restaurants.
yeah,
I'm
and
no,
like
I'm not.
Golden Corral and Hometown Buffet.
Yes,
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what you're talking about too.
hometown buffet too. Don't, rest in peace. Rest in
Hey,
power.
R.I.P. dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Put me.
That was a great. That was a
You
great
like that?
pop.
You
Yeah.
like that?
yeah.
Couldn't do it again if I tried.
yeah.
I see. I get it because like I know people are like it's too fatty, it's this and
Yes.
that, but I think those are like the shittiest versions of prime ribs.
So maybe
Like
I
at the
haven't-
brunches where they're sitting out. and,
Yeah.
Like next time I cook like probably like 2 or 3 prime ribs a year
Okay.
at my house, and I'm talking like 14-pound roast that you like deep like all the things.
Yeah.
Next time I make one, I'll bring you a little steak, and we'll see if you still have that same opinion.
Okay.
But I've heard people say this before
Yeah.
about prime rib. I think you gotta try a good one before you make a total.
Total judgment.
I
Yes.
just completely have always stayed away from them because I just see them and I'm just like, that doesn't
Oh,
look
yeah.
It doesn't
appealing.
look good. I
It
can see
doesn't
that.
look
No.
appealing at all.
Like I do get it. Like when we go to like the restaurant down the street that does Sunday brunch, we go and they have like a prime rib station. I
Yeah.
always get it, but I'm always just like.
I know. Yeah. See,
Saying it.
it's there. It's
But like if
It's
you go to
yeah.
a steakhouse and get prime rib,
Yeah.
like that's good prime. Like they do that
Okay.
right, and it's like a thick cut and
Yeah.
it's huge. Like a lot of steakhouses only will have prime ribs on like the weekends or like Friday, Saturday
yeah.
Okay.
because it's so hard and like it's such an intricate process and it takes so long. They can't just like throw it on the grill for you.
Yeah. So I don't think I've ever even ordered it off a menu just because
Yeah.
I have the visualization of seeing the
Of
dude at the
that,
carving
yeah.
station with
The
it.
dude with the tall hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And
I know
it's
what you're
like,
saying.
I'm like, nah, that's not for me, dog.
Yeah.
Well, maybe try one at a restaurant, or just wait till I give
Come
you
over
one
to
for
your house,
free.
dude.
I was gonna say I'll just give you one for
Get
free.
a crab leg.
Yeah, some crab and some.
That's expensive. Yes,
That's an expensive meal.
Expensive taste.
It's an
Yeah.
expensive meal, but I did have filet on my honorable mentions. Is filet mignon.
Oh, when they hit our honorable mentions, that's my number one. Prime rib.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm apathetic to that pick. I don't
Yeah.
I disagree with that pick, but I also I understand.
it.
Like, I don't think you had a
Honorable
good one.
mentions for me.
Yeah, let them. Now we're just gonna go off the top.
Just
right?
go quick.
Just
Just
let
go
them
quick.
rip.
Yeah.
Cats.
Cats
Movie
overrated.
theaters.
Movie theaters. Oh, okay.
Chick-fil-A.
I agree with that take.
And-
I don't love Chick-fil-A that. I think it's fine. I don't think it's amazing.
And Christmas music.
That's wrong.
Yes, brother.
I love
Pretty
Christmas
much
music.
everything you just said, I'm agreeing with.
I like Christmas
Thank
music.
you.
I think I
Thank
like
you.
that list you just put together than the other.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Well,
I like those honorable
in an
mentions.
alternate universe, man.
And
Me
you like
you.
Christmas music?
I do.
Dude, Christmas music
No.
can kick rocks, dude.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate Christmas
Yeah.
music.
I mean, I don't love it more than any other music, but
Yeah, but
I like music. I
To
like
put
music.
to put
I
a
like singing.
to put a
so-
Christmas music channel together that only plays like that couldn't be more. That's like so
And
overrated.
then you get the people.
Nah, I
It's
love
like
Giddy in the
it's like
Spirit.
September 29th, and they're like, "Dude, I'm letting the Christmas music."
Dude, my
rip."
wife-
And you're like, "No, you're not, bro.
My wife is born on December 23rd.
We're not even wearing jackets yet."
So she's like Christmas hardcore.
Yeah.
I put an end to it, dude, because I'm a turkey baby. I'm on the November 25th. I'm like,
Yeah.
we will not listen to Christmas music
Yes.
until after Thanksgiving.
You don't disrespect Thanksgiving.
Yeah, dude.
Don't
Have some
disrespect
respect.
Thanksgiving's overrated.
Okay, Dave.
What do you do? Get together and eat food?
I think that could be less. There could be a better reason. Like, just we should have Thanksgiving once a month.
Yes.
It's the best foods I look forward
What
to
are we
all
even
year.
celebrating?
Chicago way, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
I like Christmas music for sure. I like it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I disagree.
My one caveat: Mariah Carey.
Got a couple of
Her
Scrooges.
Christmas music can stay.
Got freaking
No.
Ebenezer Scrooge
No.
and the
Okay.
Grinch.
No,
over here.
dude.
It can stay.
Mariah's the first one to get on.
No. she
DMX's Christmas album, no, I can get with.
can- Merry,
bells, there was Dancer
and Prancer
and Donald and Vixen.
Merry Christmas, though.
Oh Lord.
No?
All right.
Okay.
This is actually a tough list for me. I had to think it pretty hard. The only one that didn't make the list was alcohol. I'm just drinking alcohol in general.
I
Um,
can agree with that take.
I think it's overrated. I think getting drunk and going out is extremely overrated. Extremely like that's like big time. Like going out, like getting hammered and going out clubbing and all
Even
that
a
stuff.
couple beers with the boys on the driveway, though, I can, like, I've contemplated for a while now, like giving up alcohol for the rest of my life.
Mm.
But then you do get on the driveway and the boys are having a beer. You're
Mm.
like, yeah, throw me one of them things,
Yeah.
and it tastes really good. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm never gonna give this up.
No.
But then I go back and I'm like, I don't care about it.
Yeah. So that's one for me. But that's
But you've also never had a drip of alcohol in your life.
That's true. That's true. But I guess I can see the effects that alcohol has on the world,
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't want anything to do with that.
Hmm.
alcohol could also be a good time.
So we'll have to talk about that when the major beer companies ask us to sponsor our show.
I won't take a cent of Anheuser-Busch's money. Not a cent.
But Miller
Not
Lite,
a
though,
red penny.
Miller Lite or Yingling, we will though.
Yes, we will. We're ready. We'll
All
take
right,
it.
yeah, I can get.
I'm
down
not gonna
with
drink this, but you should.
that. All right, here we go. My honorable mentions was filet mignon. I just like I think there's so many better steaks out there to
Yeah.
order
Okay.
than that. Mozzarella sticks, I think, are overrated.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I like mozzarella.
I
sticks.
love
now.
mozzarella sticks,
now.
except for you get them, you come out, you better eat it within a minute.
That's
Because
true.
after
Yep.
that, it's
That's-
just like this is
That's factual.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you have a
It's
very
like-
small window.
like if I open a restaurant ever, you can order 5, like the appetizer, it's $7.99 and you get 5 mozzarella sticks,
Yeah.
and we'll bring them out to you whenever you request them.
yeah.
Mhm.
That way you get a piping hot mozzarella stick
One
at a time whenever you want it.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, they're definitely. You better eat it quick, or they're turning into freaking. It's terrible. You get
It's-
a
it's
cold
just-
mozzarella stick.
It's
the
just
worst.
a cheese. It's
Yeah.
just a cheese stick that my kids eat
that has bread.
after. Yeah, yeah.
You're right about that.
All
Some
right,
panko
so
crust.
that okay. Coke, or I get soft drinks, pop,
Pop,
soda.
Mm-hmm.
We call them Coke where I'm from.
Yeah.
Everything's a Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Overrated.
Mm,
I don't know about
I
that.
agree.
Yeah,
I love
disagree.
pop.
This
As
comes.
well.
I don't drink.
Yeah.
I don't drink soda,
That's
pop,
fair.
whatever,
That's fair.
almost ever, and I
love
don't
it.
care.
I don't know
really
why
about it.
I love it. I drink too much of it.
Yeah.
So it's not good for you. So maybe I should get on board with you, but I love it.
No, I'm like, I'm not a huge soda. I don't know.
That's fair.
I just think they're overrated. I have Adderall on here as overrated.
What?
Okay.
Adderall. Because
I don't know what the proper rating is for it.
well, like in college, dude. Like I remember everyone's
Like
oh,
recreational Adderall.
no, in period.
Okay.
Adderall period.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
yes,
okay.
recreational Adderall, yes. Well, actually there are some benefits to recreational Adderall that I think are not overrated if you're like, but that's just like abusing a drug.
That is.
And
Yeah.
two actually the instances I'm thinking of that is like several drugs at once.
Mm.
That's why you're using the Adderall. Level everything out. I'm talking like in college, dude. Like someone had a script for Adderall, and you're like, "Yo, dude, I got a test tomorrow. Like, let me get one of them Addies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give you $4 for whatever they,
Yeah.
you know." Like I did that. That was rampant, and I'm just like, you guys are so dependent on this Adderall. I don't even think it's that big of a deal. This and that. I took one. I was laser focused on all the wrong shit for like 12 hours. And I was just like, yeah, this is way overrated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just think Adderall is over. I think people
Interesting.
use it as a crutch way too much where you don't need it. Like, just figure it out, dude. Like,
Okay.
there's been like doctors trying to get me on Adderall for years. I'm like, I'm fine. I like the way my brain works. I like thinking of 42 things. Now, my wife is like, you want to lock it in a little bit?
That's funny.
Was it you that sent me that
Ironic.
video where that dude was like, y'all really? He's like, anybody who's trying to get me to take Adderall or whatever, like, y'all really out here thinking of one thing at a time?
Yeah. That's the guy I think of. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, that would be so boring.
Yeah.
And then my last overrated honorable mention is line dancing. That came up during we talked about the cha-cha and
Ah.
line dancing sucks.
Okay.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I like it. It's the only way, like, because some people just like won't dance
Yeah.
without it.
It's a good icebreaker.
So what, dude? Like the line, like also like a line dance that lasts like 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've done this same thing 42 times. I'm over it.
I don't
What?
know,
You got
man.
cha-cha real smooth.
Yeah.
4 hops this
dude.
time.
Line dancing. And
Watch out for that part 2.
you know what's funny
Still waiting.
is I always growing up, I thought line dancing was like for like the hellbit, like the cowboys that like to go out and
Yeah.
do like the Copperhead Road and stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, black people love line dancing.
But what I guess
Like black weddings and like my boys I used to hang like in college, like all
Yeah.
the homies, like
Yeah.
there'd be like a line dance. Like, bro, whole house parties bumping all of a sudden.
But do
Like,
they
there's
call
like
it
a
line
living room.
dancing?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
But
what it is.
It is that.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
100%.
I was trying to think
agree.
of it. I was trying to think of a
Like
cooler.
like weddings, like there was dude wobble baby wobble,
Yeah,
like
wobble.
that.
Wobble.
Like I
Okay,
remember
wobble.
being
It's a
like
line
I remember
dance.
like at
100%.
my wedding, dude.
Yeah.
Like all my homies, all the black dudes that were at the wedding, like that were all just like all our college friends are there,
Yeah.
and like they're just like, man, like this music sucks. Da, da, da. Like they're like making fun of me, like because
Yeah.
we're like playing country and
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
And then like the wobble comes on, and they're like, come on, I'm like,
Yeah.
you are literally
It's a line dance.
dancing right now.
They
He's
just
like,
don't
no,
want
I'm
to-
not. I'm
Wow.
like,
They
yes,
don't
want to
you
admit
are.
it.
Yes,
It's
you
a,
are.
That's a line
dude.
dance.
This is a hot take, man.
100% it is.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
So if you didn't call it line dancing, what else would you call it?
I don't
what-
know.
I don't know.
It
Group-
is line dancing. Period.
group-
It's-
It is.
There's no
Dancing?
way. Just 'cause, like when somebody says line dancing, you think of like country music.
Yes.
Like you're doing like
I'm thinking of a
two-step kind
dude
of thing.
in
Yeah,
tight
like,
Wrangler
you hit
jeans
the
with
hat.
his,
Woo!
Right,
with his
that's-
flannel
yep,
tucked
yeah.
in.
Which is a line dance. But the
Yes.
cha-cha slide is a line dance. The
All right,
Cuban
bro.
shuffle, line dance.
So like what?
100%.
So
Dude,
like
Cupid.
Yeah. Dude, I agree with you 100%. The wobble is a line dance.
Yeah.
Period. There's no other way
Yeah.
around it. You know what I mean? Like I always think the same thing. Like what's a boy band? Like you think NSYNC, Backstreet
NSYNC,
Boys.
yeah.
You know who else is a boy band? Boys to Men.
Boys to Men.
That is
100%.
100% a boy band without a doubt.
They even have
period.
boy
The
in the
cul-
title.
The culture.
Exactly.
The culture doesn't think it's
No, but I mean, but that's not the ones that come to your mind.
well. Like there's a lot of R&B groups.
That's a really
that
good point. I never
are
thought of
yes,
it that
like
way.
Yeah.
trios that are boy bands essentially.
That you would not call them like, oh, best boy bands. You would not. I don't know. I think a lot of people would not. Boys to Men wouldn't come to
I
mind.
think I would prefer to listen to like Boys to Men over NSYNC and all those other guys.
But do you think that do you think that's an offense to be left out of that category? Or do you think they're like, "Woo, we dodged a bullet"?
I think they did not want to be called that.
I think it's that. I think it's the exact same thing as line dancing. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same.
It's all my boys like, I don't line dance. Like, I ain't doing that gay shit.
It's exactly the same.
Get out there.
Like principle being followed here, even though it is like they don't want to call. They like it's like I don't want to call it a boy band because that certain connotations come with it. This has been a good episode. It's a good episode. We're at 2 hours.
All right, we gotta cap it.
You know, even though I love long form, I love it.
I love Lamp,
but a lot of people are like, "Oh, your video is too long." Blah blah blah. So,
Boomers.
Hey, great video.
So
guys.
next week we got some homework to do about line dancing.
Okay,
we gotta do a deep dive.
What else? We got to pick a new movie and we'll come up with the new top 5.
Top 5, like as always.
Cheers.
All right. We'll see you.
Lays it
Signing
down.
off.